And hello. We're back again. Welcome to episode 11 of Bloodpunk, and this mic stand is pissing me off. Welcome to more chaos, as it always is every Thursday. Yeah, just welcome. We're still in the crypt. Just welcome. Just welcome yourselves. Pat yourselves on the back for being here, because we are.
Smooth, mate.
Smooth.
Keep it going.
So we have a couple of sponsors. Well, we have a sponsor, the lovely Richard at Warrior Prince 3D. His name is Richard, as it's been foretold.
What does he have, Jack?
He has many miniatures. And he has the ability to print them. Isn't that amazing?
It's incredible. Wow.
Who else would like to talk about Richard?
I don't think I'd like to hear more from you
I
talking
fuck it
about
up.
Richard. Is there some kind of code we can use to get some bits off Richard?
The code is to the stars. Allows you to get 10% off any of your orders from Warrior Prince 3D. And he basically has the library of miniatures and terrain, anything you could possibly want. He's the man for you. So go check him out. Make sure you use the code to the stars for 10% off. In terms of other sort of show supporters, we have Roll and Pray Press, which we also have a code for, DRAGONBORN 10, for also 10% off their little books, which is really helpful for any improvisation that you need in your D&D games. And with the other likes of Battle Systems, who provide very awesome terrain, which I have not got to use just yet, because I just haven't got to the point where I needed to, really, at this point. And this bit here is just lazy at the minute.
High professional quality streams. And Jack,
yeah.
I think Jack should be nominated for a Crit Award for Best Terrain. Best Terrain.
So, anyone else want to talk about anything else?
I'm actually going to plug the Crit Awards.
Yeah.
We've thrown our hat in the ring and asking if you would be gracious enough to consider us for a nomination for our... what?
You said Gratian.
Gracious
enough.
We do lovely pillars.
To nominate us for whatever categories you think fits the Starfinder podcast that we do. It's blown our minds how far we've been able to take that podcast, and we're hoping that by throwing our hat in the ring with the Crit Awards that we might be able to take it to a wider audience. So please head on over to if you type in Crit Awards to Google, it's literally a Google form. You can quite literally put your email address in and fill out, and categories like best Paizo player. If you've got a player at the table for Starfinder that you like and you think deserves the best player, best Paizo GM, I wouldn't turn it down, as well as best upcoming stream within the first 2 years, because we are within the first 2 years of the podcast, but it's the last chance we get to. Go for it. So we figured, why not? And it'd be nice to be recognised by the community and the peers. So please do consider us if you would like to go make nominations for the Crit Awards. We'd be very, very grateful.
On the other side of it, it's a really good way to kind of get to know other smaller streams who aren't the usual mainstream ones, and you can actually find some really interesting players, play types, and other TTRPGs that maybe you haven't considered before.
Yeah, and so I know that one of the Starfinder GMs that I sometimes converse with from WillSave, they were in the finalists last year. I actually nominated Joe Treff from Alberon this year because I really like Joe's voice, and Ollie, who sometimes comes to chat Captain Spice, I also nominated them for best Paizo player.
Yeah.
Because
I've done a nomination for Cunning Folk, that Emily Greymore has written, because she's been very gracious to us as a channel, and the system's lovely. If you haven't seen our Cunning Folk one shot, go watch it. It's on our channel.
On Euphoria.
Also on Euphoria, yep. There is actually a link to that in Emily's Kickstarter. If you want a physical copy of the Cunning Folk, that Kickstarter is live now, and you can have a little look at how the game is played. So feel free to head on over to the Crit Awards and just fill in the form. And if you like to see us maybe expanding the community, then please do. Otherwise, we're back tomorrow for Lightwell Live, which is at Happy Piranha.
Yep.
7 o'clock.
Yes, we are.
Don't worry, it's been 2 months. I also was like, I was like, oh, I've got paint on the myself. I'll prep tomorrow. And so now I'm out of whack and out of sync of prep work, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really, really, really need to do that. So that's going to be tomorrow night. That's our D&D 2024. more live podcast recording, and also go check out our merch store, www.dragonbornindustries.com, where you can get things like the Grand Advisor t-shirt, or there's no hoodies at the moment. Hoodies are out of stock. They replaced their type of hoodie. I went and got a new sample. They're shit. So there are no hoodies in store at the moment because I refuse to put these ones on there because they're shit. So hopefully they will be back with the similar ones, and you get things like amazing mugs and just stuff to
multiple use.
Multiple uses.
Just innocent stuff.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah. What's in the Nug Mug? Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else.
All good. Yeah.
No, I suppose otherwise, just if you've got a Amazon Prime account, you can sub up and with a free Twitch account, and you can sub to us for free. That would be awesome if you could do that. It just shows a little bit of love. We get a little bit of return from it. If not, feel free to just follow along on here and on YouTube. YouTube, I think we're encroaching on 900 subscribers now. And again, when we get to the 1,000, I'm not really going to push it until we're there, but I am going to be doing a dice giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. You know, for those of you that are in here watching and taking part in our community, I hope it goes to you guys, because it is literally you that have allowed us to get this far. So now I think we're done with announcements.
Yeah. I think we're all good.
Yeah.
I think we can probably get on in to the action.
I love this, like, pulling of the microphone.
Well, I see you do it all the time.
It's fun,
I'm just
isn't
copying you now.
It's fucking fun, right? It's powerful.
It looks like it's powerful.
It's like swinging your dick around in the fucking pub.
You can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
And that's totally somewhere I go all the time.
Hashtag relate.
I totally leave the house or studio. Yeah, it's good fun.
Cool. So, let's go. Let's put some music on here. Just so you know, your screen is a little bit in camera.
Boom.
Just so you are.
It's alright, they're only going to see my porn.
Yeah,
What's your current favourite category?
We're not starting off like this. Come on.
Just straight up, Les.
I asked Jack a question like that. He was like, "Don't ask me things like that." It was such a good response.
So, you've all found yourselves delving into the crypt of the founder in hopes of locating the body of the founder that will cure you of your deadly ailment caused by the mixing of the founder's blood within your veins. You have explored the western wing, where you managed to dispatch of one of the Crimson Monks, who had quite clearly lost their mind and were just maniacally attacking you. You ended up fighting another one of these Crimson Monks, however, they seemed a bit more with it, but they stopped the fight before you killed him, and he could recognize that you possessed the Founder's blood. He didn't know how, but he knew that you were of that ilk. He handed you a piece of the door that you have now been told is broken, and this door that leads to the Founder's chambers where he was buried. But he also points you to the direction of the next room, where there is another one of these Crimson Monks that you now know as Alf.
Hot Alf.
The Hot Alf, who at the time was very heavily kind of involved in a book of some sorts, and he tells you that he's reading of the Siege of Cyherested, and how in the end it didn't quite work out for Kanrath, but many lives were lost, and that's kind of what's caused the feud over these many years between Cyherested and Kanrath, is just the difference of interests. But Alf gives you a bit more information on the crypt and what the crypt used to be, and he tells you of how the crypt used to be of public access. A lot of people from Kanrath used to visit and pay their respects to the founder, until one day it was essentially closed off, and the monks begged the Crimson King to let them reside with the founder, because they're almost religious fanatics. They worshipped him, and that's where they've been ever since. And you also know now that these Crimson Monks had died not long after they stayed down here with the founder, but eventually came back to life, and this is just how they've been living for the past God knows how many years. You then eventually make your way over to the eastern wing, which Alfred told you is where likely the other piece of the door resides, and it's quite likely that one of the other monks in the eastern wing has this other piece. The first few rooms that you search through in this eastern wing is what seemed like a museum of the founder's belongings. You found some of his gear. You don't think it was maybe his actual gear that he used, more a representation. And some of this other equipment in here was quite clearly maybe some of the Kanrath officers and soldiers that maybe were perhaps once used in the siege of Cyherested itself. And you found a bloodwork pistol, which you could see was very ornate, more ornate than usual. On this particular pistol, I think fear touched this pistol, and the gargoyle in the corner of this room, this quite small room, came to life and attacked you. Quite clearly just acted on orders. If anyone were to touch these museum pieces, they would deal with it. But through a clever use of levitation by Kitty, you floated this gargoyle around the top of this room's walls and into the other room, and you closed the door behind him. And you escaped this gargoyle's sort of view, and the gargoyle doesn't seem to know where you are. They've kind of lost you. And this is kind of where we're at, where you are left to your own devices, where I would imagine you would continue to search this eastern wing. Now, I completely forgot that Detective fucking Ethan's with you.
I was going to ask about him.
So we'll just say that he's made
I was listening to a couple of episodes. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
he
completely
came in
forgot
with
about him. So he is with you.
Trying to remember
As memorable
of
as ever.
NPC.
Yeah.
We're a bellman.
I think you could probably just see that he's maybe a little bit agitated at the moment. Maybe he's like kind of scratching his neck a little bit. Just seems a little bit on edge. And this is where I leave it over to you.
Can I insight to see why he's anxious?
Of course, yeah. Insight
we
check.
took away his cigars.
Immediately. Come on, let's get that rolls in.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get him in.
Ooh, 7. Oh, no, sorry, 9.
9. I don't think you can quite see why. Something's clearly bothering him.
It's going to be some, like, horrific blood cigar, isn't it? Where it's just, like, they're smoking the vapours of, like, people.
People
Fuck to see.
Can I just straight up ask him why?
Well, of course you can, yeah.
What seems to be troubling you, Detective?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about me. Just, this place just weirds me out, you know.
No, we're the kind of people that say that. The people that die on you and then turn into something undead.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me.
No, I wasn't bit, not at all.
Yes.
Well, I haven't been bitten. There's nothing like that.
Okay, well then what's the matter?
Tell Mummy what's the matter.
Poor Dad. Well,
It hasn't woken up
What
in
a
years.
terrifying dynamic.
if I'm being completely honest, I need my fix, and you took away my smokes.
It's probably for the best then.
I'm just
If this is what
just
you're
struggling
like
to deal
after,
with it, you know.
what this, an hour without it? It's not very good, is it, Ethan?
It's addictive, all right. Just
Well, that's what
I didn't expect to grill him down here. I'll be honest.
I think this is the start of a very good journey for you.
Indeed. Consider this.
It doesn't feel it.
Well, now, everything comes with checks and balances. This might be hard now, but you will feel much better for it in the future. I'm told breathing, and actually I've experienced now, breathing is quite wonderful.
It just doesn't feel right without that smoke inhaling my lungs. It just doesn't feel right.
Ethan, how old were you when you started smoking?
Some years ago. I don't really... There's no particular time about it.
I think maybe...
I didn't take note.
Well, I think perhaps you should try being maybe a better detective without always thinking about a cigar in your mouth.
Well, it's just become such a habit, you know.
Habits are hard to break.
I always have a pack on me, you know. I just have one from time to time, and it keeps me calm.
Why don't you try chewing on a toothpick instead? That's very detective-y.
You know that's not the same.
I genuinely don't. I don't have a functioning mouth.
Listen, can we move on? I don't like talking.
Let's spend 3 hours grilling
I don't
your
like talking about it.
Let's find an area where he's not prepped. And really go to town.
Do we dig deep with it?
Ethan, what's your middle name?
Who were your parents and what did they do?
Did your father hit you?
I'm not inclined to give that information.
Well, I think you should.
Why?
Because it's funny.
It's of no use to you.
I feel like we can bond over these tidbits of information.
This is the thing, Ethan, we've rather formed a nice little collective here, and you're rather on the outskirts of it. We just want to get to know you a little better.
You're ruining the moment.
I'm trying to be your friend.
Answer, Daddy.
Let us in, Ethan.
Very strange.
Look, we'd much rather if we just got on investigating this place.
We're trying. You're holding
I
us
really
up.
don't think you are.
Can I check to see if that gargoyle is coming around the corner?
You can make a perception check for sure.
Because we were heading to a room, weren't we?
We were.
It's only a 10 on perception.
You can see the gargoyle is not out in the corridor. I think even with that, you probably know that the gargoyle has kind of returned to its station after not being able to find where you've gone. It's just kind of given up and gone back to its duties, as it were.
And we've done these 4 rooms, haven't we? So we had
done these 4. The gargoyle was in there, I believe.
because we were heading to here, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check.
Come along, Ethan.
What?
Oh, is that Kitty's mini?
No, not yet.
No.
It's been sent off to print.
It's on its way.
For podcast listeners, Ian's just brought out the Kaz mini from the Starfighter
Don't
campaign
cross the
to be
streams, man.
Ethan.
Detective Ethan Ward.
Detective Ethan.
I just get this vibe from him that he would just love to be, some kind of space emo.
Oh, a Spino.
That doesn't sound good at all. Who is going up to this door?
I'll join Fear.
Yeah, I've been going through the doors first and all of
doorman.
this. Yeah, so we're going to do standard
Doorman.
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 I go to doors.
I'll do the obvious check for traps.
Okay. Do it.
Don't worry about it. It's a 10.
Doesn't seem like it's trapped. Yeah, and it opens up.
Bang.
You can see on the other 4 small rooms that you'd been in, they had plaques sort of telling you what kind of room this was. This didn't have one. It was just a blank wooden door, and you make your way in. And this is a fairly empty room with a painted mural on the ceiling, which seems to be, for anyone that's magically inclined, illuminated by magic. The ceiling mural depicts the siege of Cyherested, where the vampire army surrounds the city. And you can see there are Kanrathian commanders ordering archers and catapults to fire. It's very much just a very much in the moment painting where chaos is just ensuing across the city of Cyherested. You can see there are 2 corpses. They don't look like the Crimson monks that you've seen so far. They're not wearing sort of like any of the same sort of garb. Yeah, you can't see them towards the other end of the room as you enter.
We have bodies. They don't look like the Crimson Guard. And he'll start making his way towards them. Could I do an investigation check to see if they look like they've fallen in combat, or if they have, basically been placed here ready to, like, a gargoyle spring up, or, like that monk with the crazy headscarf?
Yeah, I mean, you can make me... Are you looking closely, or do you want to just kind of approach from a distance and percept?
Yeah, I guess I would ideally like to use perception or investigation to be like looking at them for.
You're the close-up one if I come up behind you.
Yeah,
you tell me what you're rolling, which one, and then...
Investigation, looking for basically them to be springing to life.
Okay.
21.
Got a 17 for mine.
Are you getting close, or are you
in
distance?
detail, sort of like seeing?
Okay. As you start to approach, maybe 10 foot in the room, you can already see. These corpses are kind of like sat up against the wall, but on the floor, and their heads are just kind of like staring at this mural on the ceiling. As you get closer, I need some dice because I fucking forgot mine.
It's that good. I fucking died looking at it.
Oh, the horse, so
Wow.
beautiful. Look at the brushstrokes on that.
I thought you were going to say, look at the breasts.
Look at the breasts.
Get on board with it.
I was going to unretire some dice then, read off my dice bags right here.
Okay.
It's really caught me off guard.
I've only just got that quote. Like, gods, I could paint them. Gods, I was strong. Caved his breastplate in with one swing of the hammer.
Just wait.
God bless Bessie.
They never tell you how they shit themselves before they die.
God!
Who was your first?
What is it, Kaz?
Yes!
So,
Robert Sparafian. The overweight Yosoki King.
does a 21 hit you? Fear.
Oh, I actually think it does.
Suddenly
Yes, it does.
sobering.
Is this something I can use my evasion with? I got evasion?
No, as this is
Don't have it yet, do you?
No, it's level 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are we level 5 yet?
Nope.
No.
as this is a melee hit against you. As you approach, and you can see there are no eyes. It's just sunken holes where eyes once would be. And as you get 5 foot closer, their arm kind of snaps down below them, and you can see there was a sort of small quarterstaff next to them, and they go in and just strike for your face. So that would be
Just to fear as well, or am I involved in this? Because I was physically...
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Tell you why,
Wait your
we'll get there.
8 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Actually, no, sorry, force damage.
Yeah.
And you must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I don't think it's going to be a save, but that is a 7.
That does not
Oh no.
work. So you are now stunned until the end of your next turn.
No.
Lovely.
And now, as you approach the other one, Marcus, probably won't hit, knowing you. Probably as an 18 to hit.
That is my AC.
Is it? I thought it was hard, wasn't it? Shame. 8 points of force damage to you.
8 points of force damage.
As you are also hit with a very similar weapon. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well, please. And after you've done that, everyone, please roll initiative.
Is everything okay in there?
4. Fear rolling high as always. Yeah, stunned, just like boom. Head bell rung.
It was a 14 for my con save.
You pass.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh, I say.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
What?
Ian asked me to send him a picture of what Tristan was doing right then, right there, and
That's
I
so
got this slew of like Edits.
Or like, I'll just say I get really bored really quickly especially when I'm alone, and I'll just be like, somebody send me a picture, and whoever especially I know they're with their partner or something, and then I'll just create a load of memes and send them back. And that was one. That and the crows. That was good. The crows was good. And then I made him a cowboy.
Yeah.
And like slumped up in that position. It's like poor Tristan was like just sat there gaming, and I'm just there making like pictures of him.
It was a picture of Sarah sleeping in the back of the car, and you just turned it into like an orc match. That's so good.
Oh my god, I forgot that!
I'll find that in a bit.
Oh my god, I'm fucking amazing.
And humble.
Very humble. I'm the most humble person you know.
No photo of your partner is saved.
All my own.
Okay. So yes, Marcus, you pass. So you're not stunned at the end of your turn. You're good. We'll start with you, Kitty. What's your initiative?
A whopping 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
5. Oh, heavy heights. Kitty. Oh, we're on 5. Alright. Marionette.
A respectable 15.
Ooh.
Nice. Respectable.
I would class that as respectable. Yeah. Marcus.
A studious 22.
Get the thesaurus.
Humble 6.
Oh, a bit of a downer.
Here we see the humble 6.
I just started typing humble. But,
My initiative.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Anybody mind if I open the door for like 5 minutes?
Oh, actually, I'm going to do that because I'm
Getting
quite
quite
heater on
stuffy.
briefly.
It is quite
because-
warm, actually.
Yeah,
Says
I do have
the
a
person
woolen
who's
jumper
always
on.
actually frozen. So.
Let it go.
Thank you.
I forgot.
righty then. I've just noticed I wrote studious for you. What is wrong with me? Shit. Right then. Christ.
That's what we were doing.
Right,
The whole time.
Technique.
Marcus, you're up. You're first. As you're like struck around the face with this like just
I think with
wooden
for Marcus,
staff.
he would only have time to react. No time to think, so he will quite literally just like
Fair enough. Make a melee attack with whatever weapon you'd be using.
Oh, that's poor. That is a 9.
It's a 9.
That's from my sword.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
10.
As maybe you just caught off guard and your aim
Yeah.
just wasn't quite true. And they're in the process of just trying to get up at this point. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You've got a move and a bonus.
Assuming everyone else is being fit outside of the room.
Actually, where are you guys?
Well, I think we're
would you be
outside-
outside the room?
I think we were in the process of coming
Ethan was
in.
definitely coming in, right?
Ethan was definitely in, sure,
Definitely
yeah.
in the room, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, he would
Yeah.
be behind, I'd say.
And then-
Like in
everyone
front of
else.
us?
I feel like he was just peering around, like, is everything all right?
Is he behind him?
Everyone good?
Yeah, I'd say he'd be at the
With
rear of wherever you're going.
Marinette's just watching. No cigars.
I will shout foes to whoever's outside.
Foes! Cool. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Your one worders are so good.
Yeah.
Like, they're just a gift every time.
Mine.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
You know, I actually learned the word earlier. Maniacal.
Oh,
That
love
was a great-
maniacal.
When you said it earlier, I was like,
Great word.
maniac.
Yeah.
You
It's
learn
etymology
every-
I
1.
love don't even get me started. Love it.
Literacy got over there.
Yeah.
Like a
Getting a
special
semi-
interest.
Give me those Latin root words.
Oh.
Sorry, were you doing anything else, Marcus? You want to
I
move
was
away?
just shouting that.
You were just shouting, or are you staying
Send
up
your phone
close?
in every time, so it's
I'll stay in. I'll stay in melee.
Okay, cool. Marionette.
Oh, hello. I'll come into room.
All right then. Please move yourself.
Can't
Okay.
reach. I've got such stubby little arms.
Where would you like
It's
to
not
go?
even funny. I'll stick me at the back
Cool.
left hand corner.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
That was
And
that was a yawn. Sorry.
I'm just gonna whack out my hand crossbow
Yeah.
and try and shoot the one
Shoot 'em.
that's in front of here.
Okie dokie.
Let's call him Gerald. 15.
That does hit.
Yay!
Did you roll with disadvantage?
No. No.
I'm just checking because like their line of sight's blocked a little bit.
D doesn't fucking count in D&D.
But I just get partial cover.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. All right.
Ooh, fun. I haven't had to use this one in a while.
Sorry, was that the one on Fear's side?
Yeah.
Or, yep. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Gerald.
Good to know.
The other
Gerald.
one is Josephine.
Josephine.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm going to write these down now, otherwise I'm not going to... You're going to say I'm going to hit Josephine. What the fuck are you talking about? Right, cool. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it for now.
Alrighty.
I ain't wasting my bardics.
It's Gerald's turn.
Yay, go Gerald!
He will use half the movement to get out, because essentially they were kind of prone. And they will just strike at you first.
Coming into melee?
I mean, you kind of already in melee as they sort of struck you before. So you and Marcus were, I thought you guys were already there, but clearly not.
Dancing.
And they will go and strike for you, Fear, as you were the one that sort of approached.
I am stunned. They have advantage.
They have advantage anyway.
Ooh.
From prone.
Interesting.
They've got up. They've got up. That is 20 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I was right. I just thought I'd shout at some.
From Brown! In this economy!
11
Look like
points
I know
of
what
force damage. As they stand up and they just, as they've swung one way, they just go up for another uppercut with this staff, and it hits you true.
Yep.
Just knocks you off your block. And that's all they're going to do there. It is your turn now, Fear.
Yeah, so I guess, do I get to make a save, or is it at the end of my turn? I can't remember where stunned
Until the end
ends.
of your turn.
End of my turn, so
your
forego my
turn's
turn,
up.
and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Kitty,
Do I get to make a save, or is it just over?
it's over now. Yep.
It's over.
Ow!
Could someone move me in? Because I also have the short arms. Fab. I'm going to fire bolts.
Got really excited then.
Fireball. I don't have fireball. Just kill everyone.
The orphans.
Yep.
I'm going to
I'm
hit
thinking about
Josephine.
I'm going to hit Josephine. Yeah.
Good to know.
If I hit. Ooh, lovely. That is a 20 to hit.
Yay!
Absolutely hits. Yes.
Yay!
Rolls for Kitty. Because last episode
No,
that
it was just a hit.
No, but it's
So good.
It was a dirty. It was just because I never hit. What am I doing? I never hit, so I don't know what I'm doing. 1d10.
1d10.
How exciting! Love this.
Fireballs.
That's a 4.
Cool.
I think that's respectable.
That is a respectable.
Respectable.
One per level, one would say.
One more point than I did.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That absolutely hits, and it just kind of pushes them back, and you see a slight scorch wound from the firebolt. Good hit. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nah. Actually, I might invoke. No, is that a bonus action? Oh no, it's an action. I can't do it.
Okay.
Not going to do it. No. Ignore
Alrighty
it.
then.
Maybe next time.
It is Josephine's turn. I hate how they have names now.
Not tonight, Josephine.
17 for you, Marcus. Does that hit? No, that does not hit.
Shield just comes up.
Yeah, I think it just. Now that you've finally had some time to react, you're like, oh, fuck this, get this in front of me, and you just deflect the attack. Let's make sure there's nothing else. No. Yeah. They're kind of pinned there, so I think. Yeah, that's all they're going to do. So up next is you, Marcus.
Same again.
Cool.
11.
11. No, that does not hit. I was like, so there's certain things in play. You see, I've got to check.
I'm going to shout, oh, he's got an armor!
You can make me a quick perception check as you while you do this.
I'm fucking fine again. That's a 9.
Yes, I
I think in this moment you're just trying to survive, take out the threat. You're not really focusing much on any details
You
in front of
know when you play in Skyrim and you think you've got all the Draugr, and then one just springs out. And it's just like the worst fucking.
Oh, fucking hell.
The worst feeling. That's what's happening tonight.
Why is there music? Dun, 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 dun.
This is Song of the Dragonborn. I love it.
Alrighty. Would you like to do anything else?
That was actually uncanny.
Yeah, I do it a lot. Sorry, anything else?
Yeah.
That's it, thank you.
Alrighty, Marionette.
That's it, thank you. That's it, thank you.
You're just so polite, Alex. That's all. Marionette,
Let's
what are you
rinse
doing?
repeat. I'm gonna
Rinse repeat. Get that crossbow out.
crossbow Gerald
Yeah.
again.
Just like shanking him.
Do you remember you got hit by a car and you said sorry?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day.
I don't think this hits at a 10.
That is not it. No, I think just the commotion of Marcus
Yeah,
and
I'm
this.
just like getting distracted by Marcus.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thanking the skeleton for his Sure, thank you.
I was just picturing us all getting stabbed by those two corpses and just being like, oh, fuck! Like a prison stab.
Button smash.
Would you like to move or anything, Marionette? Okay. In that case, it's Gerald's turn.
Surreal guy.
Does a 14 hit you fair?
No.
Oh.
I'm no longer stunned, am I? So
No, you're not.
Straight roll.
It's not straight roll, but cool.
Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, 14 doesn't hit you. I think now that you come to your senses, you're not stunned anymore. You're like, your senses kick in, you learn to be a bit more dexterous with your footwork, perhaps. And they can't do anything else because you kind of pin them in the corner a bit. So in that case, it is now your turn, Fear.
Yeah, bonus action disengage.
Absolutely, you may move freely.
I'm just going to go to back there. He brings up the...
What weapon of choice is it this time?
He's had the repeater out the entire time, so he's bringing the repeater up, and that's what I'm tracking the ammo on right now.
Alrighty.
And he's just like, that's enough out of you. And shoots Marcus in the back. No, it's probably not going to hit. I mean, it's like a 10 to hit on a natural 2.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well,
Fine.
close the door then.
I'm not getting involved in this.
Actually, I'm going to go...
He is not.
Fucking little pussy.
Can I
bitch.
grab him and start trying to push him through the door? So it'll be a contested shove.
Yeah,
really.
you've already had an action.
Yeah.
I'd say you
Can I
can,
have another action?
you can begin to. But
Spend a resolve.
yeah, you can't do anything physically this turn, I'm afraid.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do I perform a reaction?
Well, you can do it during your turn if something says that you.
Okay.
So if it dictates that you can do it at any
What's the
time.
reaction?
As a reaction, it's just merely in a response to something happening.
Okay.
When you see a target becoming the target of an attack, you can offer protection, which is usually like trying to get in the way.
Yeah.
I think protection forces disadvantage on the roll.
And do I have to?
I think so.
Do I?
You have to be next to the person. Yeah.
It's either that or it gives him more armor class. I can't
That's within
remember which
5 feet
one.
of you. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage
There
on the
you go.
attack roll.
Cool.
You must be wielding a shield.
So I can say, even though it's not my turn in the
Yeah.
round. Okay.
So
Yeah,
if
because
say,
yeah.
for example, Fear was being attacked within 5 feet of you,
Yeah.
you're holding a shield, you can say, at this point, I'd like to most disadvantage, so Jack would have to roll again.
Because that's the trigger,
Yeah.
and then you do a reaction because of it.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hit with your repeater rifle. Why do you think you miss at this point? Are you
I think
sort of
his
taken
head's still
aback?
ringing a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he's like, I've had enough of that, brings it up. And he just slips on the way up. And it's like a negligent discharge. He's and then just goes around the corner. It's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Hang on a minute.
This doesn't happen.
You're good, Fear?
Alrighty.
Yeah, concussion.
Okay. In that case, Kitty,
12.
you're up again.
Yes. I think she's going to stay where she is. She's going to summon an orb of blood
Okay.
with a bonus action.
Alrighty.
So yeah, this kind of like gross, gloopy,
Globule.
almost like a big blood clot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's essentially kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black pudding.
I'm never eating that again.
Kind of true though.
Yeah. It's tasty though. Anyway.
Yep.
And as my action, I'm going to hurl it at
Marcus.
Yeah. What's the other one? Gerald.
Who's a
I'm going to hurl it at Gerald.
You're hurling at a Gerald.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
So. Oh, balls. I don't suppose an 8 hits, does it?
It does not.
Nah,
hit,
shame. But the good thing about
unfortunately.
this is that it comes back to me and I can keep it for 3 rounds. Basically.
Awesome, yeah.
That's
so
cool.
you don't have to cast
It
the
is
spell
really
again.
cool, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Brilliant, okay. Anything else you have to do? Move anywhere, or are you just happy where you are?
I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
In that case, Josephine's up.
Oh, Josephine.
18.
Yeah, that's my path.
I thought so.
Can I have a reaction on myself?
No, unfortunately you
Wait a
cannot. Oh, Christ. Okay. 13 points of force damage as they just somehow make their way past your guard and they just crack you in the chin. You can make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Silly monks.
14 again.
You pass once more. Still, you're keeping your head in the game at this point, and whilst you're kind of taken back by the blow, you're very much still in the fight. So you're absolutely fine. That's done, and then it is now your turn, Marcus.
Just need a hit. Just need a good hit.
Need a good
fine
hit.
Oh, that's much better. That is a 25.
Absolutely hits.
And I'm gonna divine smite this motherfucker.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh yeah.
Did we take a long rest?
Nope.
No, we had a shorty.
Oh, I think spell sorts.
Yeah, that's shorty.
Never mind. Sorry. 1d8 plus 4. 8.
Are you divine smiting?
No, I don't really spell sorts.
Oh dear.
Shame that.
What a shame.
What a dick!
Yeah, unfortunately, sorry.
Honestly.
Cool, 8 points. Yeah, you deal a good blow. I think even at this point, now that you spend a bit of time in the fight, you can see this ghoul, essentially, is wearing kind of tattered robes. Not the ones of Crimson Monks. Silver Cult robes.
Spicy.
And as soon as you sort of clock it, you can see the ghoul next to them is the same. Has more of these robes on.
So this place is raising things from the dead then?
Possibly.
Maybe that's just part of the blessing of the founder or
Colour
something.
did I use for the cult?
Silver, I'd hope.
I don't have a silver post-it. There are any stationery companies out there that want to sponsor us. I use transparent on everything, but these are for my little colour tabs. Oh no, my tabs. My tabs! I've got them in the corset. Great.
Yeah. Would you like to do anything else? Want to move? Or a bonus action, anything?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, why not? Bonus action. It's a spell. Forget it.
Fair enough. Are you staying where you are then?
I'm going to risk an attack of opportunity, and I'm going to move away.
Could be 2.
Might stay where I am.
Fair
No, I
enough.
will stay where I am.
Okay, that's fine. I thought I'd just let you know because there are 2 people in range.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, Marionette, you're up. What you doing?
What the dog
What you
doing?
doing? Are you rinse repeating or are you changing it up?
I might change it up because I haven't got a huge amount of hits on them yet, have we?
No.
Oh no, you got a couple hits, but
Not very high.
Small potatoes.
yes, indeed.
That got Siobhan. Of all the things to get at, it was small potatoes.
Do a silly voice with silly things and you've got me.
I am going to.
It's not Dave's natural voice, is it? It's not there.
Let's use a spell slot. I'm going to silver needle So a little compartment in. I think it's a bit different than it was before. Now that Marionette is hench.
Yes. Yeah.
And like it almost like these hydraulics kind of release as these double doors almost open up, a bit like Thunderbirds releasing from Tracy Island. As the silver needle shoots out
Alrighty.
towards Gerald.
Roll to hit, please.
Are they like on your arm?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh dear. Shaking the head says it all.
7. Oh no.
That's a bad miss.
It's a bad miss. But it does fall in 5 feet of them.
He does fall
It's
within
just
5 feet
there,
of them.
chilling.
Yeah, I won't put a marker down. Actually, you know what? Okay, we will. Let's put that one down.
That's
Which one are you going to go for, Gerald or
Gerald.
Gerald. Right there.
Gerald. Gerald and Josephine.
be members of the Silver Cult.
It's a very nice old accent. They probably want it.
You're
going a bit Trump there, mate.
A little bit, yeah.
Brummy Trump.
Oh, no.
That's everything.
Is that your turn? All right then. Gerald's up.
Mark that spell off.
What would they do?
To all the
You
Brummy
have
viewers,
betrayed me.
you passed the test. And you can be our friend.
You can join the club.
Bear in mind, I said that you guys are my friends 17% of the time. If you think I'm inviting anybody else to be my friend, they can do one. No.
Can you please move Gerald up to Marionette?
Oh, do I get an attack opportunity?
You do, as they just sort of kind of like stumble past you. They're not very elegant with their feet.
Where you going, Tiger? Natural 20.
Fuck yes, right on.
So that is...
Give me that damage.
Yes, it is right on. So 12 damage.
Okay, that's max, and then roll it up.
Ooh, that is
Almost
a...
max.
11.
So 23 points of damage.
See, does that go?
You deal a fucking good blow, as they just don't seem to take much. They don't care that you're right next to them. They don't sort of both take you on. It's almost tactical, the way they're taking the fight.
Okay.
Are we laughing about blood?
Who's he?
Actually spat that fucking everywhere.
He spat out all his electrolytes. I saw him, that.
He's fucking gone. Oh shit.
That was a peak comedy
That was peak. Fuck me.
Oh, you have to clip that.
Oh, I think that's going to be a clip.
I'm impressed you kept it in that long.
Oh my god. I've got nothing to say. Honestly. It certainly was not like this.
Baby pose, right? Child's pose.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying. You can see that your attack of opportunity nearly took the man in one hit. They almost fall to the ground, and you can see there's this just gaping wound down there, sort of around their back and on the shoulder. You see like some of their shoulders like coming apart, but they don't seem to like react. They just kind of, they just keep going. God, it's so hard. The whimpering of Ian in the corner.
Yeah, buddy.
You all right, mate?
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh dear.
But Gerald is still going.
Good old Gerald. Come on, Gerald.
Gerald is last legs. He's very clearly very wounded, but still going. And they all try to then attack you, Marionette.
Go for it, Gerald.
That's not great. Does a 13 hit you?
Meets it, beats it.
Oh, jeez. Alrighty.
Oh god.
Is your armor class?
13. Yeah, I'm a scribe, not a soldier.
But you're made of metal.
I'm a nanny.
So that's 10 points of
Ow.
force damage.
Gerald, this isn't very nice.
As their staff meets one of your plates, just maybe on your shoulder, and it just kind of rings out. And you can make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm not very good. Oh, it's pretty good. 19.
That passes. You're fine. You're not stunned. And that's all Gerald's going to do.
Welcome
He
back.
has returned.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold that together, and as soon as I got up to leave to excuse myself, you just said it again, and I fucking lost it.
I'm afraid
Why
it
is
is,
it wet round here?
it is now Fear's turn.
Yeah.
Clean yourself up.
Yeah. So he's going to try and hide around the corner of the door with a bonus action.
Okay. All right.
So if you want a stealth check,
Stealth check, please. Yeah.
that's a cocker. Stealth check is going to be a total of something ridiculous. That is a 18.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
And then he'll poke out and try and shoot. Is that Gerald?
Gerald, the one that's
Gerald.
up front in Marionette. Yeah.
I'm going to take the -5 to this to try and get the extra damage.
Okay.
Natural 1.
That's a bad miss.
Even you think you've just got the right position and the right angle, and it just.
Do I have advantage because I was hiding?
Technically, you would.
I suppose you would. Yes.
22 to hit.
Sneak attack.
Yes, that absolutely hits, and you get sneak attack on this as well,
Okay, so blood repeater rifle.
because someone else is also you're in melee combat with
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. Well, and if a rogue gets advantage, it's
Sneak attack.
sneak, sneak.
indeed.
So that is going to be 6 + 5 is 11 points of piercing damage with the rifle, and then 2d6, 3 and 3, so another 6 on the sneak attack.
And your shot is true as Gerald falls and collapses against the far wall
Oh, Gerald.
to the left-hand
Hi,
side of
Gerald.
Marionette. And
Bye.
This one.
The one in
the other
front
one.
of.
That one.
Yeah, I think-
As they just kind of almost pinned to the wall to the side of
It's a
them,
lovely pirouette.
and they just slide down and slump there.
Yeah, I think for him, he goes around the corner and his head's ringing from the last thing he missed. He's like, get it together. It comes around, it's just and just brain matter to the wall.
Okay.
Thank you, Fear.
I will use the last of my movement, if you don't mind me stepping in front of you. So just
Cool, that's
be
fine.
in the room, so I've got line of sight.
Alrighty. Gerald is down and out. Kitty,
Hello.
you're up.
I'm going to use my blood clot.
Alrighty.
Sorry. And yeah, hurl it at Josephine.
Josephine.
The motherfucking 3 again.
Oh,
Sorry.
dear.
For an 8.
It does not hit.
No.
I'm afraid.
No, I don't think so.
Firebolt goes wide.
Can I do anything else? Nah. Oh, I could spend 2. Does this count as a spell now that I've conjured it? I guess it's still because it's like an object.
Yes, I mean,
I
you
guess it's
cast the
still,
spell,
like-
you get a certain amount of uses of
Yeah.
it, so you're not casting the spell every time you use it.
Maybe not then.
So,
Nah, I think.
but it is an action to throw your blood clot.
No, I'm gonna just leave it for now then.
Alrighty. Okie dokie.
Keep it in my hand.
In that case, it is Josephine's turn. As they will go for Marcus again. Okay. That's actually a 19 to hit.
Yes.
14 on the dice. Not great. Not really not great. Jeez. 4 points of force damage. As they strike you once more, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
15.
You pass again, as you are just not succumbing to this stunned effect. That's all they do, and you're up next.
How are you looking health-wise?
I've taken some hits, but I'm still alright.
It's like I have nothing to help you, so. I was just curious.
I look about your fox to see that.
I don't give a shit, but...
Sucks to be you again.
I'll just go for another hit.
Alright, yeah.
8, 14.
14. That hits.
It hits. 1d8.
Roll me some damage.
4, 8.
8 points of
Okay.
damage. As they're still up, but looking certainly wounded.
And I am going to stay there.
Alrighty. Marionette, you're up.
Let's try and crossbow Josephine. No, that's a 5.
Oh my god, all these rolls!
Dog shit, not there.
That misses.
Yeah, no. I'm not used to using this so much.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. You're just not very adept at using the crossbow,
It
and
does seem quite cumbersome.
you're not quite sure how to handle the recoil, perhaps, and it just...
It's not come from my arm, my plating, so I don't know what to do with it.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? No! Alrighty then. In that case, it's fear.
Yeah, I think
Joe's dead.
It's rinse and repeat. Can I get a shot from there?
Yeah.
They are within range of they're next to an ally, so I have
So
a
you
sneak attack.
advantage. Sneak attack, yeah.
So I will also take the -5 again.
Okay.
Went on a journey, didn't it?
I wasn't actually watching. I was so absent when you did that.
There was no advantage, was there?
They're in battle with an ally. I can't remember if that gives you advantage or not. I can't remember. I think if they're in battle with an ally, you get sneak attack anyway.
But it's not advantage.
No.
Oh, I always forget. It's been a while.
Should double check. Let's have a quick look. First level, you know the strike. That's fine. If you advance on attack roll, the attacker, or if I don't have an advantage, but I do have an ally within 5 feet. So no, that is going to be. I mean, with the -5 is like a 7 to hit.
Does not hit,
No.
I'm afraid. As you really try and take aim, but this sort of this creature, this ghoul, is kind of moving in ways that is just unpredictable, and you just can't hit your shot.
Yeah. End of go.
Alrighty. Kitty, you're up again.
Me already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit this again with a different dice though, because with my orb.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 1, but
Ooh.
I get to re-roll, and I've remembered.
How many times per day do you get to do that?
It's just you can just re-roll any nat ones, isn't it?
No.
No, I think.
No.
I know this is a.
What you do? What's your rules on that?
Because you did-
What's your thing?
It's a crimson thing, isn't it?
It's
No,
just
it's
I'm a
halfling.
halfling, so I thought you could
That's,
re-roll.
no, that's
No, that's
lucky.
3 times
And it's
a
3 times
day.
per long
Is
rest.
it?
Yes.
I think you've only used it once.
I have only used it
Yeah.
once because
Okay,
I keep
yeah.
So
forgetting
this is your
about it.
second one.
Because I thought the lucky feat is different to the halfling one, where once per day is a halfling. I'm sure halfling's one of my
There's
favourite
a
races.
couple of iterations on
Shall
it.
I just take the nat 1 now and then we'll
Let's find out.
look it up and then?
Well, you've
It's
definitely
not
used
like
one, I know that
unlimited
much.
I
luck.
thought it was unlimited luck.
I don't think it is.
No.
No, that'd be stupid.
That would be
that would be. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
That'd be quite
It's going to be around here somewhere. Traits, age, size. Lucky. When you roll a 1 on D20 for an attack roll, big check or save throw, you can re-roll the die
Yeah,
and
it
must
is, apparently.
use a new roll.
Is it
DD
just-
2024 it is.
Is it just?
I wonder if that's.
So in the old one, in the 2014,
technically what we're
it's
playing.
literally whenever,
Because
which is super OP.
I would have written on because I just copied and pasted it from the
I
things
think it's
that would
because
have been on.
I've always played it in games where like it's been like, let's give it just the lucky feat, because otherwise it's like you could literally re-roll
Well,
all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. In the 2014, yeah, it is.
What do you think, Jack?
Was this the lucky feat?
No,
it's my
this is
halfling
Halfling luck.
traits.
Halfling luck.
Yeah. I will go with whatever you say.
You must use the new result even if it
Yeah.
is a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's its like cap.
But technically, raw, it's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Reroll it.
Oh, yeah, because I would have. Yeah, I would have written well. Yeah.
Reroll it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We'll do it as the rules say.
17 for a. I can't do maths. 21 to hit.
Much better. That definitely hits.
Not that for me.
As you finally get your mark.
Key or
Oh, it's only 1d6. So.
Damage is damage.
3.
3 points.
3 points.
Still damage.
And do they have blood?
Ooh, that's a
I
very
don't think it matters this time because I think it disappears after 3 rounds. But every time I hit, I get another d6 on it if I gather blood from the creature. But that won't count now. 'Cause
But
it'll
you
go
run
away.
out of uses.
Yeah,
haven't you?
yeah, but yeah, just
Sorry. I'm trying to think if they actually do, to be honest.
lentils. In tights, obviously, they're not going to fall out.
I'm going to say that they probably do.
Okay. No, it's good.
But
Yeah,
it's like very like
shit
dark
blood. Yeah.
blood. It's like
Sticky.
yeah.
Gross.
Very viscous.
Oh, you got
All right, you did a bit of damage. That's
Yeah.
good. And
My count.
maybe some of the blood that hits it is almost like corrosive to it, and it starts to wear away some of the flesh.
Cool.
Yes, very good hit. But it is now Josephine up again. And it's going to go for you again, Marcus, as you are its main combatant.
I would.
Not a good roll on that one, but this one could be even better.
Okay.
It's the same roll. So that's a good old 7 to hit you. Which,
I think parry, shield.
yeah, I think it was just a combination of you keeping your block high, the blood clot from Kitty just taking it back a bit. Yeah, just can't hit.
It sounds so much worse.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Got a kitty blood clot. It's just...
Marcus, what?
You named your character that.
I did.
I'm going to try some finesse.
Okay, what is finesse?
I'm just going to bring up the light crossbow,
Okay,
point blank, and just. Oh, no, I'll do the bloodwork pistol actually.
you would get disadvantage as you're in melee combat. You can move away and shoot. That is totally an option.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Lucky bastard.
Hey,
That's a 12 to hit on the attack opportunity. As
So
it
look at how
just
far you've got to move back to get out of disadvantage range.
Is it 30 foot?
Yeah, so you want to.
I think it's just not, as long as you're not in melee range,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not disadvantage. So
Should be because you get your first range increment, which is up to 30,
Yeah.
and then after 30 you have disadvantage on the
Yeah.
shot.
but if you're in melee combat with
Yeah.
it and you're trying to
That's
shoot,
a
it's disadvantage.
You should be fine.
It's a 19 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
1d8 plus 4.
Nice.
8.
8 points.
So I'll just take a step back and I'll just
Cool.
bang.
Yeah. And this shot just takes away like half its cheek.
It's like
just you can see like his teeth just bare
Yeah.
now on this side, and you can see.
It's like a flintlock, you know, like those old pistols where you fire them and it's literally just fucking smoke everywhere. But it's so cool. It's like that.
Ethan, come in.
Just-
Take it up.
Get in here, you fucking addict.
all right. That's a good hit. So Marinette, you're up. This thing is looking wounded.
It is looking wounded. Oh. I would like to. I'm not going to use another spell slot because I'm running low, and we've got other rooms to see.
Indeed.
So what I'm going to do,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and call it over.
All right.
I'm going to be like, I'm just going to open up the voice box and I'm going to let like a kind of discordant melody play through to try and sort of like entice it in a bit.
Sure.
And I would like to hold an action until it moves towards us. Let's say it moves 10 feet closer.
Okay.
I
sure.
would then like to have the recall on my silver needle.
Okay. How are you trying to take this thing away?
I think I'm
From
trying
its-
to just. I mean, Marcus has moved, which is good
Yeah.
because.
Okay. It's probably going to move anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just gonna sort of almost. I'm gonna Skyrim battle music it to try and make it think that it's gotta get into combat.
You can make me a performance check.
Sure thing, buddy. Oh,
It's the one check that no one ever uses in 5e. Performance.
17.
17. Okay. I'd say you grab its attention.
Yeah.
And it just kind of cocks its head a little bit, and it starts to kind of like stumble towards you.
All hear the people sing.
Okay. It can't do anything yet because it's not its turn.
Yeah,
But
I've
they
held an
certainly
action for.
seem to have looked at
Yeah.
you.
As soon as it's like in 10 feet,
Yeah.
recall on the silver needle.
Fear.
Yeah. I guess I will try and step out of the door.
Step out the door.
Attempt to hide with a bonus action.
Okay.
Ooh. 22.
Yeah. You think you're heading?
Big boy.
Pop round the corner.
Okay.
Blah, surprise.
all right.
With a gunshot.
You with a gun? Yeah. Yeah.
Am I hidden? Do I get advantage?
Yes.
Yeah, sick. Surprise! I was just here. Now I'm here again.
I'm dead. I'm alive.
There we go. That's much better. That is a 29 to hit.
Okay.
29.
As
Oh,
you didn't,
no, sorry.
As you didn't state it,
28.
did you take the -5 or not?
I did not state
did not.
it, therefore I won't take
Okay.
it.
Alrighty. In that case, normal shot goes off. But
Plus-
it hits for sure.
That is regular dam.
Regular dam.
Regular dam is 13 points piercing damage, followed by 3 and 4. That is a whole 7 points of sneak attack damage as he goes to shoot its head off.
And you do just that. As you kind of pull your gun up to the side, and then you peek around the corner, and you just right forehead, and it just kind of blows apart on the back wall, and it just falls back as it does not seem to move.
I think at this point, do we just shoot everything in every room? I am bored of things just jumping up at us.
How much damage was that, sorry?
So it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage on the first one, and then another 7 points on top of it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Yep. Carry on.
It's a very good shot, Fear.
We should probably double tap. And then we'll just move 5 foot forwards.
You were not an initiative.
Okay.
End of go.
Oh, that was
In that
lively.
case, I'm going to recall my silver needle just so it goes
Yeah.
straight through Gerald before it tries to get into my arm.
Yep. It just pierces this corpse, and you have your silver needle back. As this room is now devoid of any ghoulish life.
I guess we check them for cogs and proceed to check Gerald for
You checking Gerald? Investigation check them, please.
out of track.
I'll check the other one.
Investigation check.
I would like to check the room while they're
Investigation check. 9.
back.
It's just an 8.
Can I see what kind of magic there is on this mural?
You don't even need to make a check. I think the mural itself isn't magical. It's the room is somehow lit magically. Where you would imagine it's purely for when the public used to come here and visit and look at the museum, as it were, instead of having to constantly burn candles and stuff like that.
Oh,
or
so it's
ink
not
stamps.
anything like it's just
No, it's
pure use.
It doesn't seem like anything's
Street art.
mysterious about this
Yeah.
mural. It's just lit somehow. Lit.
That's better. 12 on investigation.
Okay, so a 9, 8 to 12.
That's not how you count, mate.
He's math boy, he knows how to count.
There's probably pi or something.
You two look at the corpses of Gerald and Josephine. You find nothing on their body. It's just these tattered robes. There's a very simple-looking staff. There's no like markings on the staff itself. It's clearly worn, clearly used. It's just devoid of anything of worth on these corpses, and you certainly don't find any pieces of what you might think is a mechanism to a door or anything like that. Marionette, you also come up short. This room is particularly empty. You imagine this room was purely just for an experience of seeing this fantastically painted mural. Very well detailed. It is immaculate. That's all you kind of see in here.
Does the mural kind of present, because obviously we know that the Cyherested invasion did not go as planned. Does it present it in a kind of like glorious way? Does it sort of like sugarcoat?
I'd say it's certainly glorious. It makes it look like surely Kanrath would have won that fight. I mean, like you can see like the walls of Cyherested are like clearly very damaged, and you can see all their troops are like almost like making their way in. If anyone didn't know the history, they look at that and go, "Oh, they must have clearly taken over the city."
So it's like propaganda kind of stuff.
Almost, but you know that the siege.
I was feeling like Soviet, murals. Yeah, that's the vibe I was.
But it's not like the truth is hidden either, you know, because you guys know the siege of Cyherested wasn't a success, and Alf was reading a book on it. I mean, and this is in the crypt as well. I mean, it's embellished in a way to make Kanrath look better, even though they failed in their endeavours.
Is there like a little plaque saying who the artist is on it?
No, you can't. I mean, I'll let you make a perception check to see if you can find if there's any little small sort of signatures.
And you'd appreciate the art.
And what was it? Investigation or perception?
Perception.
That's still good. 18.
18.
What's the artist's name, Jack?
I don't think you find one because it's such a busy. It's such a busy mural. There's a lot going on. There's so many colours and different details to this mural. If someone had put a signature in here, they could have put it in an artistic way.
What's the art style?
Renaissance.
Like he knows that.
What are we talking here? Oils, acrylics, pastels, small colours.
You don't know.
What's the varnish marker, eh?
He's Jackson Pollocked it. He's fucking Jackson Pollocked it.
It's a very Renaissance style. I'll give it that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like the
and
shapes.
other than that, the room is devoid of anything.
Well, Ethan, why did you not come in and join in?
Well, if I'm being honest, the room looked quite small. I didn't want to get in the way.
Well, guess who's going through the door first next time?
This is not a competition.
You want
You're right.
I'm making notes around here. I'm
You
not
wanted
here.
to be part of this team, you be part of the team.
Look, I said I'd join you, not, you know.
You vied very hard to join us, young man. Now, if you wanted to change your mind, you could have stayed outside. But no, you wanted to come in with us, and so you would join in. Sorry, that was teacher was coming out there.
Should we?
Oh, I haven't done that for a while.
Should we take some robes as evidence? Show the powers above.
Maybe the people we met in the antechamber to the crypt of the founder.
There it is.
Mainly because I forgot the word for antechamber and tomb. Next room, I guess.
Indeed.
I will take some robes with me, Jack. Not on my person.
Will you?
Just
Okay. Yeah, you can actually take some of these tattered silver cult robes.
What are they wearing underneath the robes?
There's nothing.
Tight whities?
Like, you take the robes off, and it's really easy to take these robes off. And it's just this sort of, what's the word?
Dick.
Easy.
Like, you can see their ribs, and it's like there's no flesh or muscle to them. It's almost like skeletal, but just
So what's that what?
skeletal.
Do the robes look like they are aged?
Aging.
Aged. Previously aged.
What's good is we've got Siobhan on the ropes here, so whatever we're doing now, we're targeting Siobhan to basically break.
Okay.
So, like, obviously we know the silver cult's been around recently, but did they look like they've been here?
It certainly looks that way. Yes.
Good to know.
Fairly aged.
Fairly aged.
Yes.
Those robes look somewhat pre-aged.
I say we take another pair. I have a pair myself. Good for disguises.
Well, they're quite tattered, Marcus.
I would
they are
say
decaying.
these tattered robes are not enough for a disguise.
But it's good to note that they're
Do you know a
here.
tailor?
We do, actually. We know a very good tailor.
Yes.
One would probably say the best in Kanrath. It is probably worth noting then that if these robes are here and are in this state of decay, this is not maybe the first time the silver cult has been in this tomb.
I am inclined to agree. Maybe they were working for some time to access the crypt of the founder, or maybe we know that they took armor weapons at homes. That might not be a single day job.
What are your thoughts, Detective?
Well, it doesn't really match up with, clearly from what I've heard about the Blood Rain and bringing these, other people to life. I would imagine that this material would have aged that much from then. There's a lot of magic here at work. I don't know much about it. It doesn't look right to me.
No.
Anybody like a quarterstaff?
I got 2. All right.
I'm okay.
I don't really need one, no.
Ethan?
I'm not really much of a...
No, we can't smoke it.
He's got a point. I'm more of a... I use pistols and things. I'm not like a... I don't get up in the face, you know? But thanks. Where's the next?
Next room.
Well, yes, that's the question. Do we take the next room and, as he, enters the corridor, be like, directly to the next, or do we come up to this way?
Well, this one's closest.
This one? I assume that you are quite all right with me just shooting anything on sight now.
Oh, at this point, I think so, yes.
Right.
We do have some grenades. We could just clear the room.
I am all for it, Marcus. Honestly, I think that is fantastic
Yes,
thinking.
but perhaps we should also see what's inside the room, and then if there are bad things in there, then throw the grenade. But we might have things in there that we need. Like more pistols.
I'm inclined to unfortunately agree. But that would be fun.
It would, maybe later, if you're well behaved.
I presume we all make our way to this door over here then.
Yeah.
This one.
And I will check for traps.
You check for traps.
And
Investigation.
Ethan will go in first.
It's pretty good. Or pretty average with a 13.
You think it's not trapped?
I'm going to stealthily try and open the door
Stealth check.
and peer through. Natural 20 for a total of 29.
Quiet as anything. You can hear it almost. you can hear the handle on this door squeak ever so slightly, but you get it at you kind of pull it at it a little bit, and just an angle, try and get it not to squeak, and you do it immaculately, and you open the door. Are you going in first?
I'm just going to peer through. From where we are.
You
So
were
we've
just
got-
peering in.
Essentially, what I imagine we could see from here
I'll
is
say you
at least this
perception
part of the
check from
room.
you then.
19.
It's good. You see, again, a fairly empty room, but more paintings. These ones are on the walls. They have their own frames. No creatures or beings or corpses in here that you can see.
And it appears to be clear, and he will start pushing his way into the room, basically sweeping this final 45 degrees of the door.
I'd follow on from the perception check. This room is clear of any thing that might attack you.
Do the paintings look like ones we've seen before?
These are slightly different to the ones that you've seen before. And they're in these exquisite frames that are made of, you can clearly see Kanrathian silver as it's kind of woven in to this sort of filigree texture. It's very, very grand. And you can see on one of the paintings depicts this very large creature, large wings, these large plates of carapace, It is a dragon made almost entirely out of blood.
Of course it is.
And it's painted in such a way where it's very imposing, rather than it being curled up or anything around its hoard. It's very much in its prime. That's one of the paintings that you see. This is not kind of the thing you've seen before.
Do we know of? I don't even think Fear would have thought outside of the remit of people in the city, monsters and stuff like that. Is not his thing. I'm not going to ask to make a check.
Okay.
Well, we have a lovely art gallery.
Oh, goody.
Fantastic.
More.
I don't know if the arcanists among us, Kitty, Marionette, wants to have a look, but
Oh, I certainly would.
I don't see a lich
Have a
in one of
jaunt
them, do
around the
I?
gallery.
No.
Walking tall headphones out.
In this iteration of the Blood Dragon was painted in the...
Early Baroque.
No, it's fixed.
If it,
That was a very clever joke. That was very good. I really appreciate that kind of humour. That was amazing.
as I always say, if it's not Baroque,
That was really good. That was.
It's French.
I think under the Crit Awards for D&D, that deserves something. I really enjoyed that.
I just love puns.
I think early Baroque probably actually hits the mark a little bit,
Yeah, it's a bit
as I've
more
just searched it up on
advanced and a
Google,
little bit
because
more
I had no idea.
See, we're an educational podcast.
Indeed, I've learned many things.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. It doesn't always stick, but we're here.
We're barely user-friendly. It's the closest I can get to...
Yeah. That's kind of the era we're talking about of art. If Baroque existed within this world.
yes.
I think Marcus would have had access to like a bestiary in the Temple of the Crypt.
Yes, okay.
The rest.
Okay.
The blood sun
Can you
rising.
do some sort of history check into the sort of mythology of...
Sure.
It's not a myth, it's right there.
You can make me a history check for me.
It's a 12.
It's
quite clearly a dragon.
I think from what you've seen of maybe what little information is at the crypt of the blah 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 blah. You know about the sanguine elementals, so you've seen them.
Dead Sun Risen.
That's it. Yeah. You and all the other words that we put on it as well. You've seen these sanguine elementals in your last blood vision that you've had, and they can take many forms.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Cool. It's not out of the realms of possibility for maybe an elemental to take the form of a dragon, perhaps. It's not something you've read about specifically, but you figure it could be something that does exist.
What are the other
I was
paintings?
going to say, can I have a...
Cool. Yeah, you have a little look around.
Give us a tour.
You can see the one next to this blood dragon depicts a fight between a vampiric silhouette and a radiant one.
Ooh.
And there's kind of like clashing swords as they're just kind of in a very symmetrical pose, almost.
Like Star Wars.
Very much like that. Very light and dark kind of theme.
Same style as it?
Same style as the other one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. And you move over to the next painting. And this one is a very familiar looking one, as it depicts a very long corridor made of flesh and blood.
Is there a little plaque on that one?
There is not a plaque.
Could I investigate it for any kind of magic?
Yeah, you can
Stuff.
make me an Arcana check.
13. Perfectly average.
I'd say you get the sense that there once was magic tied to this painting, but it is now dulled.
Recently dulled, I imagine.
You don't know how recent. I think with that check, you don't get that much information. You can just feel like this once had sort of magical residue within it.
I'm thinking this could this like potentially have been like an exit for us or home.
I can't say. Yeah. And there's one other painting where
Shit gallery.
it's not that big of a room, to be honest, mate. This one depicts a halfling consuming a sanguine elemental.
Like a big boba.
Almost like a big Capri Sun.
Very, very.
As you can see, they're kind of wielding some sort of magic. And this once sanguine elemental, which you've seen, is kind of almost the essence of it is being torn and it's being drawn within them.
What does the halfling look like?
You can make me a history check.
Can I also do that? Because I have a theory.
Are you sure? You may.
Ooh. Was it history, sorry?
Yes.
18 for me.
Hey, say.
If you want to have a little thinky think, sure.
Cocky cocker.
A cocky cocker.
A lot of force tonight.
Where is it?
9. No.
Are you looking, Marcus, or are you busy trying to work out this blood dragon business?
Yeah.
You're just kind of like
passively like
musing. Yeah. Okay. What? I want to know what's your theory over there, Marionette. What's your
I'm
theory?
just because, like, right, whenever we kind of come across certain whenever we've come across like certain races, there's been like there seems to have been like a tie back to that vision we had. I was just wondering if there's any resemblance to Zyhan.
I think yes. I think as Marionette sort of thinks over maybe the blood vision, because you've seen the corridor in these paintings, you think it's kind of triggered that trail of thought, and that is, it's definitely them.
Which one was Zyhan again?
Yeah,
Don't say the halfling.
He was the head of the I can't read my handwriting. Something family. Young male halfling. I've got Farsight family. He was the one who tried to.
He's the one who tried to poison someone.
Poison Illyria Nimblewood.
Yeah.
And he's got a picture here. Is he one of the children?
I'd say you don't think that. No, it's not something you ever known of Zyhan being one of the children.
Cyherested.
Those 4 paintings are the only ones that went through.
Oh, well, this is interesting, isn't it?
And the frames on these paintings are identical.
Anything behind the frames?
You can have a little look behind them. It is just wall. There's nothing there. There's no secret
wall.
entrances.
No liches.
No liches.
I can do another check. Will it be just the same outcome if I check this painting for magic stuff, or is it?
You can make a check for me.
Was that Arcana?
Yeah.
Is there space here that there could have been another picture and it's now not here? Like the lich just fucked
you can
off.
make me an investigation check.
19.
19. You get the feeling this painting didn't have magic in it, and it doesn't right now. I think even as you're sort of looking over these paintings for any magical essence, the corridor one is the only one that you've felt any sense of it.
16.
16. There are no paintings missing from this room. You would imagine this is some sort of gallery that people used to come visit and look at.
A lot of pointless rooms here.
I don't think this is pointless. I think this is intriguing. Kanrathian silver frames. Any like filigree on them?
Oh yeah, the whole thing is almost filigree. It's all like
Within
intertwining.
that filigree, is there like any kind of like hidden text, imagery, runes, magic shit?
Yeah. Investigation check if you have
That's a good shout.
looking really in detail to the frames.
That's very good. 24.
You can see
Built for this.
most of these the filigree you can see is just simple lines of silver. until you kind of notice one of these lines doesn't quite. It's not just a smooth line; it's almost like segmented, and then you can see one of them ends up like near one of the corners, ends up being like very similar to the symbol of the founder. That same sort of head, the Ouroboros. But there are no runes, there's no magic involved. Yeah, those are the sort of any really standout details as you look at them.
What?
Yes.
Well,
What would you like to do?
anyone else? Oh, now you've said that. I'll poke it.
You want the painting just...
I'll just not like pointing.
An alarm goes off.
But no, I'll have like a little run over the symbol of the founder and just see if there's anything.
Yeah.
Press it. Just give a real good feel.
Yeah.
Just get a hand up there. Yep, and that one. Yep.
How different?
You try and feel for maybe any like secret buttons or triggers to something, and nothing moves. You fall short. There's nothing here that you would imagine is a mechanism. You would know that as well from taking the painting away from the wall.
Yeah.
It's not connected to anything, nothing like that. So nothing happens, I'm afraid, when you.
Do we have anything with the symbol of the founder? Do you have something with the symbol of the founder on it?
All of us do.
Put my little founder symbol against it
Yeah, I mean,
on the coin.
the head of the Ouroboros on these little medallions that you've got. It's clearly the same head, and it's made in the same exact style. There's no like socket for this to fit, but you can clearly see the depiction is the exact same.
Check it all out for me, please.
Payment received. Prick.
Medallion limit exceeded.
Yeah.
What the fuck is in your mug?
What the fuck is that?
I think.
Ice cream.
Oh, that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Jesus, it looked fucking
I
awful.
thought it was just like
It looked like
cheese.
It looked like
Yeah,
bits
it
of
looked good.
fried egg or
Not gonna lie.
something. That was a very dubious take of that ice cream
Yeah,
there.
it was.
Anyway.
And can I just,
Yes.
Next year's
since we're
Christmas
touching
card.
things, can I just put my palm against the corridor one just to see if it does anything?
Sure. I can tell you,
I'm
you
no
feel
shame when it comes to
canvas immediately.
I'll try and get it.
Again, it's
I'm over.
lost its
It's
magic.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. You feel like you've scoured this room.
Onwards, upwards.
Yeah.
How do I fuck that up?
Where would you like to go next?
Those one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other corner one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same procedure.
Yeah.
Bish bash bosh.
Trap a trap. Check a check.
Okay.
Draw. 14.
14.
Sorry.
It is not trapped, but it is locked.
Can I make an attempt to pick the lock?
You may.
Okay, so I get sleight of hand and I get let's see, so 17.
You managed to pick this lock. It's not a particularly hard lock. It's a fairly simple mechanism, and you've cracked it quite easily.
And then stealthily, same thing. It's a bit cross because it's the doors on the left this time, so you've got to like carefully open it, and then you've got to move your shoulder into the door and like bring the weapon in slowly.
Okay.
Stealth! It's not as good. That's a 14.
Okay. You feel like you've been stealthy as you start to open this door, and we go to break.
Hi there, Ian here. Just wanted to jump in quickly and say thank you to Warrior Prince 3D for sponsoring the show. Obviously, we couldn't do a lot of what we do with all of our podcasts, all of our channel stuff, without Richard from Warrior Prince 3D sorting us out with so many cool minis, terrain pieces, and yeah, a lot of the stuff that you see on this channel is from him. So please go check out Warrior Prince 3D on Etsy and on their Instagram, and go use that code #ToTheStars for 10% off.
Suit yourself.
Hello. Shut up. Here we are again. I hope you all had a lovely break. I got a cup of tea personally.
Is it wonderful?
It is a wonderful cup of tea. You got to take a good slurp, haven't you?
So, I recently found out I do that more than I thought I did. When I had someone there and I was just like staring at them in pure anger, and I was just like, I'm going to punch them. I'm really, because they're just slurping, and they were like that, just on their phone, and they're just like. I sat across the table, and I was just like that. Oh, fuck it. And I was livid. And I already have that thing where if I hear people chewing, I struggle anyway. But I was just not in the mood. And I was so angry. And then I picked up my drink. And I was instantly raged at myself. And since then, and it's been a couple of months, I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying to like break that habit. But every now and again, I'm like, oh, just will you stop? And there's a lot of anger in it.
Oh dear.
I'm trying to be a better person. I'm just fiery, you know. It's the Celt. It's the Celt. That and the PTSD. Really does do wonders for my emotive state. Continue.
Yeah, I will. How are we doing?
Yeah, what?
Minus the PTSD. I nearly gave myself a migraine laughing.
Yay!
That's very true.
I literally had the patterns come in, and I was like, trying to.
No.
And but I'm all right.
You good?
Yeah.
Nice. Solid. That's what we like.
That's good. HP. I'm about a third down.
Yeah, I'm about half.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, I've taken a hit pretty bad. I mean, I'm past halfway, but
The rolls weren't great though. They could have gone. Ooh, it was getting any worse. It was.
we've been renowned this campaign for rolling low. I mean, Fear certainly has. Fear is my lowest rolling character ever since I started playing TTRPGs when Ratchet was like fucking wands.
I'm rolling really awfully in combat, but amazing on like certain ability checks. It's fucking annoying.
I don't mind either way, but like I can understand some people's frustrations when they get like when they constantly roll low. I can imagine that is quite frustrating if like you want the win every now and again, but
just occasionally.
Yeah,
I want the
Just
win.
made me feel good.
there's something to be said about having this like badass character, and you're like, you know, he spent his like entire vampiric life hunting people. He's a crack shot. He's a sniper.
Dropping
misses,
the gun.
misses, drops the gun. And you're like, you know, bad roles make it just so demeaning to like the character's backstory sometimes. When you got this like badass character, and then you're like, and I killed like 17 of them just because they killed my parents.
And that's why you always make a really naff-sounding flawed character, because everything above that's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of mine usually are something ridiculous like that. I mean, Jack can be a testament to that, but Fear is really like a honed-in thing, and it's like, bad rolls, which I don't mind. It's part of the game.
But that's the thing, like when Fear gets one off,
it goes off. Yeah, exactly. And but it's interesting because like I don't mind a low roll, but I can imagine it would be frustrating for others. I don't know. But in the break, obviously Siobhan was just punching things.
Yeah.
Actually, the bag of oranges came out, so you know.
Gotta get the anger out somehow.
How are you, Jack?
I'm all right. Yeah.
How much do you hate us this week, Jack?
What?
You can put a number on it. That's a percent on it.
It's about 17%.
Yeah. We'll go about there.
It's a good feeling, right? Give somebody a fifth of something. That's fine.
Oh my god.
So we both jumped on that.
What do we think is going on here now? After we've discovered a few more rooms.
Shenanigans.
Yes.
Sneaky shenanigans.
I think propaganda from inside the house.
It's always going to be, though. This is like the founder of Kanrath. This is like, they're like, look at my life, look at, you know, we should praise them, we should aspire to be them, we should worship them even after they're gone. This is very God Emperor of Man kind of stuff.
But he's also given us some personalised propaganda. And now I'm just like, okay, so what's the truth? Why are you showing us these folks in particular? What's the connection? What's going on here?
Some narrative controlling here.
Yeah, I also think that he was obviously killed, and it's just like, well, I'm just waiting to come back. And I'm like, part of me was instantly like, is he a fucking dragon? Is he?
I thought that was my first thought. I was like, dragon?
Have we gone, he's a vampire dragon, and that's where I went to.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to say that out loud, because I was like...
No, that in my head was like, yes, that is absolutely founder.
But It's very, very vampire, very dragon to be arrogant like that and be like, look at the splendor, O ye king of kings, gaze upon my lands in despair.
Ozymandias.
My favourite poem.
Yeah, it's a good one, that one.
Yeah.
We've got,
Did you go with that culture, did you?
we've had art, we've had poetry, look at us.
Every now and again, I can do something smart. Not very often. But, yeah, so, I don't know, what's Alex's thoughts?
I'm in the dark in a minute.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Back to you, Jack.
I think it's probably because you haven't had like proper definitive answers yet on anything, so it's really hard to kind of try and piece things together.
I'm struggling. I mean, obviously the corridor is quite significant.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that there? Why is it just a painting of the corridor?
Sure.
With nothing else to tell us why it's there.
Yeah.
It's literally just like, oh, we've been there.
I think it was like we could have potentially like somehow come out of that.
Yeah.
Like something like that. That's what it feels like to me because the magic was on it.
And it feels like paintings were significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it was like
Paintings are all over this place.
or if it was like it could have been like a portal to that weird area, like dimension that we were in. I don't fucking something like that.
If Marcus is sure of anything, it's that we are lacking context.
Yeah, exactly
Fully.
that. I think you hit the nail right
Or we've got
on the head.
context from like multiple sources that aren't.
Correct.
Yeah, just we don't know if they're being
There's
legit
no
or not.
reliable source.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Word girl.
We've got to be media literate about this, and it's proving tricksy.
Do some critical thinking.
Oh, I fucking hated that A level. They made me take it when I was 15, and it fucking sucked. Sorry, that was my sucks to be you. Yeah, I did some A levels.
You guys took exams. Wow, I really am around some cultured people.
ABB, innit?
What's that?
Blood type.
I am AB positive.
Hey, negative. What's your blood type?
I don't know actually.
I don't know either.
Oh,
Mine's super
Next.
rare. I should give blood more.
You are?
Yeah.
so now everyone knows our blood type.
You're
let's do-
free. Alex and I fucking don't know.
Red.
Sugar. Character-wise, I think Fear is so innately frustrated, but then obviously now we're having to spend time like he can't go from A to B in a straight line. So now he's like, well, I'm just wasting my time here. So he's in this like anger, frustration meets this like jovial, well, now I just need to basically poke and prod and take the piss. So when we like met Hot Alf and stuff like that, he was like, I'm fucking done. And then like we met these people over here and he's like, look, at this point I'm gonna start shooting everybody we fucking meet, because at the moment nobody's any help and nobody is fucking worth saving here. So he's like done. He's like, I want fucking answers now because we haven't had that reliable source. He just is fucking tapped.
Yeah, I think there's like a similar frustration in Kitty that like usually she can kind of get answers quite easily from people because a lot of people are very transparent, but this is like
You can't really converse with the things that you've kind of...
Just plans on plans on plans, and it's
yeah.
just fucking get to the point.
Yeah.
Marinette loves it. She's like, it's a puzzle.
Like, where is the chase, and how do I cut to it?
It's very interesting, and Steph is very excited by it.
Yeah,
Marinette's quite excited by it.
Yeah.
I want to get into that tomb, and obviously it feels like we're playing Tomb Raider, and you have to like go all the way across there, and you have to get the bit, and you have to go back.
Yeah.
And it's like, like, you know, and then get the other half of the ski on and be like, oh,
Then go home and shut the butter in the freezer.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
John.
Well,
who you can nominate for best NPC at the Crypt Awards?
Can you imagine?
I
That'd be
fucking
so good.
want John. Like the fact that he was
so good.
he was made up on the spot at that door, and I'm like, he's the fucking best
Look how
NPC.
far he's come. First fucking seeker.
hell of a promotion.
Yeah, what?
Well, let's see if we can find out what is within this tomb as we continue our little adventure.
Next room.
Into the next room,
Yeah, so
where
he's done currently
Fear is kind of gone up
Peeking.
close,
Okay.
opening the door and
this
going to
door.
perception the room.
You may make a perception check.
Natural 20 for a 29, I think. Hang on, let me double check that. No, sorry, perception is a lot lower than that. 22. My stealth is the highest one.
So, okay, let's make sure. Yeah, let's make sure I know the orientation of things. Yeah. Okay. So.
Spoon.
What? You immediately open the door, and the first thing you see is nothing. It's just walls. It's a corner, and then you start to kind of peek around the corner, and the whole the back left wall is full of statues.
Yeah.
5 of them in a row, depicting the founder. In the very middle. What was your perception check?
22 with a natural 20, which is an automatic. I see the game and win.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I say you can make out immediately the other characters of these statues. To the right of the founder is the Crimson King.
Yeah.
To the right of the Crimson King is Dolmen Palehide.
So these are the kids.
Yeah.
And to the left of the founder is... Well, actually, we'll go to the far left first, which you can see is... you've seen it before in a vision. It is the second child, his wife.
Queenie?
And in the middle of this queen and the founder is a halfling, but it's a very young halfling. Quite a beautiful late teens woman, and they've got this long sort of like you can't see colour, but it's long hair, and it comes down just below this sort of collarbone, and they look kind of stoic. I'd say there's not a lot of like happiness or anger. It's just kind of very straight faced, and they're in between the founder and the queen. Other than the statues, there are 2 crimson monks in here, currently praying to these statues. With a natural 20, you can see they also have this scored line across their foreheads.
Round in.
Where blood has been pooling down their face, and they're just praying.
Maybe not a bomb because I want the statues to be in one shape.
Yep, I will just aim.
Just shoot.
I'm going to take a shot.
You're going to automatically get advantage because you've gone in so stealthily that they do not notice you're there.
Okay, double check.
There's going to be some sort of chapel.
Chapel of Death. Boom! I didn't declare it, but
Nope.
that is a 23 to hit. The one on the left.
Let's make sure I get it right.
Settled.
23, you said?
23.
Definitely yes, for sure.
Foes.
Alright, cool.
14 points of damage, followed by 6 points of sneak attack. Okay. And then, he just shouts, like, the gunshot goes off. He's just, like, aiming for whichever one it would be on the left. And then is just, like, Scarhead monks. And then will...
Cool.
With his movement action.
In this moment, you go around the corner with your gun. You immediately take note of these statues.
Yeah.
And you go, right, they're them. And then immediately you're kind of focusing on the threat at hand, and you just choose a target and you fire. And it hits, and you hit a sort of high center mass because there's sort of like bowing kind of to these statues, so it's quite hard to hit, maybe a headshot or something. But you score a great shot, and they're kind of bleeding quite badly from this wound now. They're still up, but they certainly notice you now after you've just right in the back, and they start to turn towards you. And the other one speaks as they turn around, and you can see their very angry face. You can see their eyes almost like fully diluted. And they say, "Vile intruders, bow before the Lord and you shall find an easy death." And they go in for the kill. Initiative, please.
What am I doing?
That's poor.
I don't like rolling high.
If I was able to finish my surprise round, I would then tuck back around the corner. You guys clearly hearing the shot. Foes. And then I'd be like, 2 of the monks with the scars on their heads.
Okay.
We may bow if we so wish.
Not with these joints.
So the statues are all on here.
Yeah.
And they're kind of just.
This guy's been shot. Can I finish my go to go back around the corner?
You can.
And then collide with a bonus action. I got like 28.
Okay. You definitely think
Nobody
you're
sees me.
hidden.
Where did Peter go?
Let me just roll.
Puts his hat
I'm on
down.
his face.
I'll come out when they're all gone.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
I hide in.
You got it a moving target. Apparently I can't for the whole other fight, but
Oh, that's really bad. Alright.
I also presume that you guys wouldn't just be in that room there, right?
We're
Just
following.
hanging out with the corpses.
Ethan's up in front, right?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Alright. Again, Kitty, we'll go with you first. What have you
Oh,
got?
15.
15. Respectable.
I too have rolled a 15.
Okay, I'm definitely going to say that you've got more dexterity. Because a rogue. Alrighty, Marinette.
Scandalous 18.
Lovely.
And Marcus.
5.
Ooh. Okie dokie. Alright. Ooh. Alrighty. First up is Marionette.
Well, hell, I want to try and get into the room.
Sorry, just putting these down, these numbers there. Can you?
I don't know if I
There's a lot of
can. There's a lot of
people away.
people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't.
Well, I
right
can't
now.
do shit then, can I?
It's a very tight 5-foot corridor.
Is and Fear is blocking the corridor as well, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Technically, Ethan's in front of the door. And it doesn't matter if we lose him.
Kill Ethan Ward. There's nothing I can do from this range or even get through, so I can't.
Bardic?
I don't want to
Not worth
waste
it.
them. I don't want to waste them.
Fair enough.
Not
In that
saying I'll play
case,
character either.
do you want to hold your turn, perhaps? So,
Things could be very different by the time I even get in
okay,
there.
so you just take.
just-
It's just
I'll just take
take a chill
the
pill.
lump and yeah.
Take the dodge action. In the corridor. Bung, bung.
okie dokie.
Yeah, no.
Go prone.
Just lie down. Sleep mode. Bring this WD-40.
First one is the one that you've shot. Is now going to move up to the doorway.
Oh no.
Get him, Ethan.
And Ethan's the first one, so.
Ethan shot the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Run out of the room, just start giving Ethan the gun.
Go, Ethan.
First one, okay. As you can see, Ethan takes a sword hit, a sword slash across his torso for 7 points of damage.
Don't let them hit you, Ethan.
And that's all they're going to do there. Next up is Fear.
Yeah, I don't get disadvantage from being close up because of the things that I've taken so far. I literally bring the repeater rifle up.
Try and blast away.
Yeah, I'm going to take the -5. I was technically hidden around the corner. Would have advantage on this because friends in melee, and also I took the hide action.
Sure.
And I'll
Do you
take
count Ethan as a friend?
no, but an ally. I'm going to take the -5. Lovely. It's a wonderful dice. 24 -5 for a 19.
That hits for sure.
Okay, so that's plus 10 damage on top of this. Then 10, so that's 25 points. No, sorry. Yeah, no, 25 points of piercing damage followed by 3, 4, so 7 points of sneak attack damage as he just brings it up to the guy's head and just fucking lets it ring.
Yeah, I think this monk just didn't expect you to be there so close. And yeah, you take a shot, and it just straight through the head. And this monk just, after taking a sword slash to Ethan, just kind of sees you in this one moment and just. And they just slump to the side.
That like split second where like the muzzle's like right next to like you see it in the reflection of the eye, and it's just like.
Yeah.
Hello.
Remember seeing like the Matrix shot where it's like.
Knock.
Housekeeping.
Good job, Ethan. Keep it up.
So yeah, that monk's dead for sure.
Bye, monk.
After the big hits from Fear there.
He's not in Bloodpunk 2.
The Bloodpunk.
Kitty.
This time it's possibly personal.
I took it out of the title, man.
I know.
The well, first of all, I can, with my halfling nimbleness, move through the space
Indeed.
of any creature that's larger than me. Could I possibly? I'd like to peek around the corner of the door,
Yeah.
and I just want to have a look at that halfling statue to see if we recognise it.
Okay, you can make a perception check, as you can't get up close because of you
No,
speaking
just
around
kind of. I
the
just literally want to peek,
Yeah,
like, as
that's
in,
fine.
I want to be doing it so the monk in there can't see me, basically. So would I have to do a little bit stealthy?
Be stealth, wouldn't it?
Yeah, stealth and then perception.
Yeah, I'll let you do stealth and perception, but
Yeah.
this is going to be your move and action
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah, no, that's no worries.
Fair.
That is a. What am I on? That's a sloppy 20.
For stealth, for stealth or perception.
Stealth.
Okay.
Regret that, didn't you, when you said it? That's a
Sloppy 20.
You feel like the monk hasn't spotted you.
I definitely.
Get my tense right.
Come on, Jack.
And then
What's your
perception, was it?
Yeah.
That's not as good. That is a. Where's my perception? 5.
It's not good enough, I'm afraid.
No, that's
I
fine.
think in this moment where you're trying to not show yourself too much in this room, you get a little peek.
almost
You
do
can
like a
see the smaller statue. You just don't get quite as much detail as you want in that moment. I would note that all these statues are made of like the palest white marble,
Sexy.
which is very different from the blacks and reds that you've been
Nice
seeing a lot
subsurface
of.
scattering on it.
Look at another monk.
Who is that for a shot that guy?
A subsurface smattering, one might say.
You can't stay in someone's space. So are you going to move into the room, or are you going to go back to where you were?
I'm not going to move into the room, no.
We'll go all the
So-
way over there.
All
Go in the
way. I'm not, no.
Are you essentially going back to where you were then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Why not?
In that case,
Plan didn't go the way
it
I
is
intended.
Ethan's turn,
Get in there, Ethan.
Note that I've
and he's kind of looking like to either side, seeing that he's got nowhere to go because he's kind of blocked in.
Go detect.
He's all right. And he walks into the room about 10 foot, if you could.
Get in the room, Ethan!
Yeah.
You're in the way.
He's not on the way now.
Ethan.
He's fine. Do you want me or not? I mean, and he pulls his pistol out and he's going to take a shot.
Ethan Ward, I choose you! Ethan Ward used to tech. It's not very effective.
Ethan Ward is confused.
Ethan Ward hurts itself in its confusion.
Ethan Ward fainted.
I might whip out my Game Boy Color there. There we go.
Coming up with a little poke. We're like, Ward.
What? Ethan?
Ethan! Ethan!
He hits a shot with his pistol.
He hits himself.
Ow, my foot! Been trying to get out of Nam. That's right, I don't mind you touching me.
Okay.
Do it again. Let me watch.
He doesn't score a great shot, but it certainly does damage. As you can, I think the two people that are closest to that doorway, Marcus and Fear, you can just see what hits the monk from this pistol isn't quite your normal bullet per se. You can see as it sort of strikes a surface, there's a small explosion of like fire as it sort of just kind of almost incinerates whatever it hits. Very different to what you've seen from just normal bloodwork pistols. But that's him. He's taking his shot. Next up is Marcus.
Am I in line of sight with him if I'm just in front of the door? Is that door frame?
You need to get in.
You'd have to get in, I think, to really get a line of sight.
Maybe I'll get in, but like here.
You're getting a little bit further than someone else can get in next turn as well.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I will.
Sort of like a house brick.
I use some of my movements. I can move action and then move again. Yeah, I'll take a shot with my pistol.
Okay.
For Scotland.
Get it, fuck.
Give him steel, boy. That's a 9.
That's a 9. That does not hit. I'm afraid, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Get in the corner.
Cool. You got like a firing line going off here.
It's just a shooting gallery. Just dying.
Statues.
Cool. All right, that's you.
Ask him like, have you seen my brother?
It's the other monk's turn. As Let me make a perception check. They're going to go for you, Marcus.
Oh, come on, yeah.
As if you please could move the monk up towards Marcus there. And they're going to try and go for a hit.
The war-room spoon.
I imagine there have been a few of them.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, rolling that shit. Wow. Both attacks completely miss you.
Waffed it.
It was a 1 on 3 on both sets of fucking attacks. As I think it's just taken back from the amount of foes that it has come into the room, just shooting at him, and just misses with these sword attacks on you.
Do I get attack of opportunity because he's such a fuck up?
I like that.
If only that was in the rules, man. For fuck's sake, get that in there.
That could be a rule.
That's them. It could be.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Marinette, you're up.
I want to get into the room.
You can get in the room.
I'm in the room. I want to get up in melee with that wee fucker.
Oh, aye, okay.
And I'm gonna stab him with my rapier.
Or do it.
Oh, do it.
What's heavier?
Kilogram of steel.
Not a kilogram.
Yeah, that is.
A 17 to hit.
That absolutely hits, yes.
Lovely.
You can see there's not much armor on these monks. They're wearing just very simple robes.
Just innocent robes.
Just innocent robes.
That is 7 points of damage.
Good idea.
Stop him in the kidney.
You hit him in the kidney area, and he sort of just goes, "Oh, fuck."
Language.
And they look
shit at dying.
They kind of turn to you in a very angry way. They're just kind of really gritting their teeth at you.
Your dentist won't thank you for that.
Gingivitis.
Twist the rapier.
Are you doing anything else?
That was pornographic.
Was that hot?
Okay. In that case.
Oh, actually, while I'm here,
all right.
looking at that little statue, because Steph has a theory that might be just picking up on a real random thing Jack said.
Oh God!
Because
don't hold me to it.
Just because you said about the long hair.
Yeah.
When we came back to the castle and all the scaffolding was up, Marinette saw a figure in the window with long black hair. Is it the same figure?
Make a perception check.
There's only the 4 statues around the founder, not 5 or 6.
There's 5 in total, including the founders.
Because the 5th child was the general, weren't they? And they were the tiefling. which
Yes.
means that they're probably not one of the children when this was made.
26.
Yes.
Smashing.
You just from gauging from how large the windows are and how small the statue was in comparison, yeah, it very much matches up with the description for the person you saw when last going to the castle.
Wonderful. That's everything from me.
Cool. Kitty. Wait.
It's
Fear.
Yep.
Yep.
Am I hidden?
No, because you have attacked since.
Oh, I'm around the corner.
I mean, well, you haven't taken the whole action.
I will move into this side, so I'm flanking.
All right. Yeah.
I will take the -5. I have advantage. Natural 20.
Hitting them natties now.
I mean, do you want me to roll it? I might do it anyway.
I know how much HP there is.
Automatic 25
Do it for the man.
on the crit.
You can't. Yeah. Yeah.
And then it would be
Roll it if you want. For the lols.
25 plus 6 is 31, plus another 5 is 36.
That's mental.
Followed by
That's more than
5,
Bruce.
6, 7, 8. So 8 doubled is 16. 36 plus 16 is
52.
52. 52 points of damage. It's like basically, as he's just in the middle gritting his teeth at you, he just walks in calmly behind and it's just silent, and his eyes, like behind those sunglasses reflecting, just don't leave. And he just brings the repeater rifle up behind them and just fucking splatters Marcus's face with this guy's thoughts.
Just his consciousness all over the place.
It's just been revoked.
It is, a brutal execution.
Brutal. Yeah.
Brutal.
Murder.
Not guilty.
It is a swift death for this monk, as they're just
Messy.
point blank shot from this repeater rifle. Is still,
Yeah.
just explodes their head into just fleshy bits upon you, Marcus.
You're right.
He is. There is a smile. It is
like, pal?
just. Yeah.
And we return to calm. As these two
You
monks
see is not.
have been dispatched. But there's nothing else in this room immediately attacking you. But the only thing left in this room are these statues.
Can I physically move them, kind of like a sort of like a,
They are
they
far too large.
Oh, okay.
They are like life size. So if they were a halfling, they are halfling size. This is how.
Right.
See what Ian's put in chat.
I don't have access to chat.
Somebody said, "Holy shit balls! His face is just a memory," and I put, "His memory is now Marcus's makeup."
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Just a perception, just see if there's anything unique about these statues other than being
yeah. Roll it up.
who they are.
Sure.
Any runes or 17.
There
Decent.
are no runes. It's exquisitely crafted. There are no markings of who crafted them, but they are. You can see the details. I mean, you've seen the Crimson King before, not close up, but you've at least seen him from afar, whether he's made a speech or something like that. It's a very accurate description of what the Crimson King looks like. And you've also seen the founder in your vision, and again, a very accurate description of the founder. I think you're probably the most unfamiliar with the halfling.
Same one from the picture that. The picture?
No. This is a different halfling.
Oh, no, we just described it when we came in, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then we shot some blokes up.
I think the most unfamiliar one to you is the halfling. But now you're up close and having a look, and you're not in a fight, so you can really take a look at it. This is one of the children of the founder. This is the fourth child.
So, and again, just because, usually, if we were I don't know. I would imagine having statues of like the founder stuff to be like chess, where you'd have the king, the queen, and then your rooks, your knights, your bishops, stuff like that. Obviously, in the other way around. The fact that the queen is down to one side and she is this either a unicorn or is this a favourite child? I've recently learned the term unicorn and I find it hilarious. I'll tell you after screen.
I think I could probably guess. So, I'm trying to think. I think you probably would know that the fourth child was someone the founder took great interest in, and
Could still be a unicorn.
they very much treated her like a daughter.
No longer a unicorn.
And
Oh yeah.
they've made them.
There we go.
The founder turned her into a vampire to preserve this family life, essentially. It's the same with the Queen as well.
No Uncle Malevolence. No.
Jesus.
No.
We're not going there. We're not going there. Yeah.
Oh dear.
He's meant to be the sixth child.
You know that the fourth child does reside in the royal castle. Not that you've seen her yet, but
Fucking hell, Steph is out.
taken up by surprise. That one.
That's not what I meant.
Gee. Fucking hell. It's full of it tonight. Hell.
I'm leaking. Why am I at leaks everywhere?
Sure.
Titans of Elf. The halfling. I've seen her recently. When we returned to the palace. I spotted her in a window. She resides there still.
Was it the halfling we saw, or was it the tiefling?
I was a halfling.
You've never seen the tiefling.
No, we've never seen the tiefling.
You've only seen the tiefling in the vision.
Oh, okay.
And we saw the painting in the downstairs bit of the palace. When we were going around.
Yes.
Just before the Great Hunt was. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
What would you like to do in this moment?
Is there anything behind the statues?
No, I'll say with your perception check, you can like kind of squeeze yourself in between the statues. There's nothing behind.
Can I check the bodies?
Of course you can. Yeah, you can make another investigation check for me.
10.
10. They don't have much belongings on them, but the one thing you do find is
Fucking hell, man. Take a breath.
Take a fucking break.
Twice in one stream, wow.
Like this long, thin rod, and it's almost like made out of this red metal.
Red
almost
metal rod.
Yeah. Oh, it just gets worse. Everything is awful.
What's
Yeah.
Is this like a weapon?
No, it's very much. What I was going to say made it even worse. If you can see now, Ian is lying on the floor, almost in a fetal position.
A baby position.
Trying to recover.
Baby pose.
Oh, God. Okay.
Red metal rod.
So where was it
Yes.
again? Was it behind?
It was on one of the monks.
Onwards.
I thought you were still showing around.
Definitely not a weapon. It's nowhere near large enough to be anything you would strike someone with. It could be some sort of tool, but there's no markings on it or anything. It's a very just flat-edged, circular
I will
rod.
hold it up. Anybody recognise this contraption?
Do we
Could it be part of the door?
What, we just smash the door in some of the framing?
Does it look
No,
like
I mean
it's...
the door to go to the tomb.
Does it look like
A
it's...
mechanical, like,
yeah, a
something.
mechanical...
Yeah.
Oh, like a key.
Yeah, or like, or maybe like something that.
Like a component.
Yeah, just like a. Yeah.
Well,
Who has the other piece of the door?
I think it's probably in my extra
Yes.
carrying capacity that I now have. Open up my chest and there's like a door piece in it.
Whoa.
As Marcus points out, he's found this rod that you kind of you get this other piece of the door out, and it
Get your door out.
it definitely. Fuck. I'm trying to word this.
You're like,
It's
how
not
can I say this? And it's not
Exactly.
an innuendo.
The rod fits.
that's not better.
You can see there's somewhere where this rod would be inserted into this three-cogged piece that would go in the door.
Okay. I believe this is the door.
I think you may be right.
The worst way you could have
I can't put it any other way. The rod goes in.
It was a lose-lose situation.
Like, I just can't. You think you found the second piece of the door.
Yay!
Yay!
Does it look like we need an extra piece of this? Is it a 3-piece dungeon or is it a 2-piece dungeon?
How many pieces of dungeon do we need, Jack?
You needed 2.
Yay! 2-piece dungeon.
We made it.
Is there anything else in the other one?
You don't find anything else. They have
Bag of weed.
just a baggie.
Ethan?
Oh, I'll take some of that.
Smoke 'em while you've got 'em, kid.
Don't trip down here, for God's sake.
They have like a sword on their person, which they were using to fight, and they're not in good condition whatsoever. Whether they've just been trained with over the years that they've been here, they've just got these pock marks and dents where they've been striking something. Just not in good condition, and no way an upgrade to anything that you've got by any means. But other than that, they've got simple necklaces that have kind of the symbol of the founder on it. It's not made out of any glorious metal. It's literally like string and then like a sort of wood carved symbol. A very simple life of a monk. Yeah, that's all we find.
It's a simple life.
I love the founder so much.
Okay. What would you look?
The statue's wearing a t-shirt with a monk's face on it.
What would you like to do from here?
We got one more room.
One more room.
We might as well clear it all out. Let's video game it.
Okay.
Yeah, same protocol.
Yeah.
All right.
From there,
Make you check.
traps. 9.
Okay. You think it's not trapped?
Awesome. Stealthily. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you slowly open the door as it's not locked. You can make a perception check.
Oh.
4.
Woo!
I just full clip.
So you open the door, and as you open the door, there is a slight resistance to the door. But it's not like it's completely blocked. You just kind of having to push a bit more. As you can see that, as you open the door, blood is flowing out from the door onto the and you can see that this room is raised up slightly. It's like almost like a step into the room, but this blood is overflowing from something and is now pouring out into the room. This corridor that you're now in. You can. You had a forward, didn't you?
Yeah.
You don't see much more than that, honestly.
I think we have some kind of fountain, or it reminds me of when the founder bequeathed us a drink. I wonder if there's a crown, and then goes into the room.
You go into the room.
I'm in the fountain.
Okay. The first thing you see is there's another mural on the ceiling. However, you don't get a chance to look at it anymore, as something rises out of the blood in this room. And you've seen one of these before.
Blood elemental.
It's a sanguine elemental. Except it tries to talk to you.
Oh, I'll take the bullets back.
What languages do you know?
Very good question.
Is it speaking old?
Well, actually, anyone can tell me, just please, what their languages are.
Infernal. What the fuck is it?
It's not on my other camera. It's not on this one.
Infernal, Elvish, and Common.
Okay.
It was common and old common for me.
I think I'm the same. Old common. Yeah.
Because I'm old as balls.
Common, infernal, draconic.
You understand what this thing is saying to you.
Draconic.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
As
Well, he is the Dragonborn.
they form... They make a form out of this blood that's pooling within this room, and it's almost like this kind of basin is like the entire floor. As they form up in front of you and they rush towards you, and they say to you, "Master, send me to the blood god. Kill me, please!" As they are just trying to attack you now, you know, and there is a desperation within their voice.
In Draconic, then, if I can get it's like...
you know the language.
Yeah. It's the first time you hear Fear speak outside of Common. And it's like... And he will say, "Stop and I will release you."
Make me a persuasion check.
Real good at those.
Okay, how good?
Talkative vampire. Actually, not bad. That's an 18.
I'm going to make it do an insight check. Just give you a chance, because you rolled good.
Yeah. In this moment, for how well it rolls, because I don't know, what Fear would want is that he will kill this thing if they want it to, but he wants something first.
Right. Okay.
Just love a hug.
Give me a bloody hug.
That's really good. That's another bit of humour that I really like, that kind of humour.
They don't stop. They are just so desperate to be killed that they are not listening to anything else. They will do anything that will get them killed, and they just go in to hit to attack you. But we will roll initiative. Once more.
I think we're all there, like at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage on this because I see it coming?
5.
Yeah. Well.
Oh shit! Didn't think that would work. Slightly better.
Need an elemental.
Yeah. How big?
How big? It's got everything.
No, that'll do. Just imagine it's red.
I can make it red.
You're in this room.
Well, I could, depending on the time of month. Sorry.
Anyway, that's fine. That's right. Sit down, mate.
Everyone's together.
It's not ooh. We're all friends here.
Okay.
She says putting war paint on someone. It's not.
That is a monk.
Feminism.
Yeah.
There's a difference between feminism and basic personal hygiene, though.
Yeah. What do you expect us to do? Just keep it in?
No, that I don't have the problem with it coming out. It's the painting it on other people or their things.
Fine. It's a bit useless, isn't it?
I tapped out for 1 minute and I come back and I don't know what I've come across. What are you talking about?
It's really disassociating for a
fine.
minute. It's okay.
Steph and I are being children again.
Kitty, initiative, please.
12, sorry. I've got my roll for a second. 12.
Alrighty. Marionette.
11.
11. Marcus.
And a 5 again.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
And Fear.
16.
Okay. Elemental goes first. Okay. Yep. Alright, yeah. Oh, so let's make it.
Soundbite.
One day I want a compilation of all Jack's sounds he's made.
He makes some amazing sounds.
Brilliant, yeah.
What was that thing you did the other week?
I don't remember doing that at all. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, of course it does.
Okay. You take some blood damage. Do you have any resistance?
Yes. At this level, it is both, I think, poison and necrotic. I will double check.
I think I have the same resistances as you.
Do you have resistance to both or just one?
Well, you get resistance to necrotic damage at first level and poison at third. So both.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Fucking lucky. 8 points of blood damage. As they're rushing towards you, they throw out an arm, and this blood globule sort of in midair forms into like almost like a mini spear, and it just pierces through you out to the other side. And then, can you move the elemental to you?
I mean, we were happy to just put you down.
Kill me, please.
Kill me.
That's off the fucking table.
Happy to kill you, just fucking stop.
And they go to try and slash you with like these blood claws, and they miss with an 8. And that's all they're going to do. Fear, you're up.
Yeah. Disengage. Take a step backwards. Repeater rifle up. I'll take the -5. I don't have sneak attack. I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Good. That is, however, a 21 minus 5 is a
16.
16. Yeah, 16.
Hits.
Okay, cool. 15 points
Of.
piercing damage.
Is that a magical weapon?
It's a bloodwork repeater rifle. No, it's not.
So how much damage is 15?
15, yeah.
It takes 8.
It wants us to kill it. It wants to go back to its master.
As you take a shot, and you can see it goes right through.
Yeah.
And it's not taking any actions to try and dodge or anything like that. It's just letting you essentially hit it. But you can see like the blood just kind of forms back into itself after you hit it.
Yeah.
It hurts it, but it's still there and ready to go. Anything else?
I've moved 5 foot. I'll take the next 25 foot to go up the wall. And do
Take an attack of opportunity.
Has he got 10 foot reach? Hell yeah, do it.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
Roll low.
Maybe. Oh.
I did call out to you all.
Yes, you did.
9 slashing damage.
Is that halved already? Oh no, sorry.
Slashing damage. Yeah.
Don't worry about it, I'm down.
Fear's down.
It's like as he's going to like step back up the wall, that's when it hits, and he just fucking face plants the floor.
Okay.
Like hair out to
as you try and get away from it and try and back up on the wall, and it just takes another slash at you with the claws, and it rakes across you. You're down. Kitty, you're up.
Seeing this, I'm just gonna whip out a firebolt and whack it. Hopefully, it doesn't hit. That's a 9.
Does not hit.
No,
I'm afraid.
I kind of I reckon it just like hits the wall
Yeah. Okay.
and just.
Yeah, it just kind of dissipates, and some of that, like, the blood that's kind of in here, just kind of evaporates. Unfortunately, it doesn't miss. Marionette.
Okay. As a bonus action, Marionette is going to pull out her violin bow from behind her, and as it kind of makes this kind of like shring
sound. There's almost like a crackle of lightning with it as she is going to grant Weapon of the Oppressed to everyone apart from Ethan Ward. And
Is that a choice or just because you're limited?
Where is that prick?
limited and choice.
He's staying in the
He's still there.
Yeah.
So once per turn for the next minute, myself and the chosen. Oh, actually, what is my charisma modifier? I might be able to get Ethan Ward. No.
Okay. All right.
I've not got TJ levels yet.
Sure.
So everyone apart from Ethan Ward will get 1d4 thunder damage to a successful weapon attack.
Weapon attack. So spells, unfortunately, won't be effective.
And so there's because you've only got spelly spells, haven't you?
I do have. I've got my quarterstaff
Yeah, but
and
it's
my
you.
dagger.
I'll give it to Ethan as opposed to
It's you.
No, I know. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to do.
Ethan
Yeah,
can have an
yeah.
extra d4 thunder damage.
All right.
There's
makes
blood
sense.
in the corridor that's spilt out, isn't there?
Yeah, it's. I think even at this point, the blood has stopped
But there's like
flowing, but it's reached this kind of
puddle.
like level because of where the basin is in this room.
so this kind of excess blood that's pulled out. It's almost sort of like gathers around Marionette's feet as she kind of draws it up through.
Okay.
And you see it kind of almost like wrapping around those kind of glass tubes, but on the outside. And kind of you can see it bubbling up through the voice box and the eyes as she casts Blood Missile. And direct it. It's a 30-foot radius directed around the creature. This blood rain starts to fall.
Okay.
When at the end of hang on, is it at the end of? Let me just check. Sorry. When the creature enters that area for the first time or ends its turn within, it must make a Constitution saving throw.
A creature or just enemies?
When it ends its turn,
It just says a creature.
When it ends its turn, yeah?
Yeah, it says when a creature enters that area for the first time or
Okay.
ends its turn within.
So that should be now then.
Yeah. So a Constitution saving throw, please. And that's going to be a DC of 13.
Do we all need to make that?
No, because I've centered it on him, but I'll make it 30. This is away from us, basically.
Fails, but no damage happens.
So it's blood damage.
However,
but
I would like you to roll it anyway.
so this is 1 point of blood damage, but it is poisoned for a minute if it has poison abilities.
It is not poisoned,
That's fine.
as it is immune to being poisoned.
Well, then we can't fucking kill it. Yeah.
And now you know that the blood damage
Heals it.
heals it.
Heals it. Ooh.
By
Yeah, I thought
only
that
1
might
point,
win.
because luckily
Not what I
you.
asked for. Kill me.
It is immune to necrotic and poison, which
Okay.
blood damage is. Either one of those. Yep. Anything else?
That is everything from Babylon.
Okie dokie. Marcus.
Marcus.
I want to move in line of sight, but out of the door. I want to chuck a grenade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see
grenade
that.
in there.
Yeah. What?
Cheeky blood grenade.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the radius of blood
If it's a
grenade.
blood grenade, would it heal though?
Yeah.
If it's doing blood damage, or is
Yeah.
it doing other
I
damage?
wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have
Sorry.
a hunch, but yeah.
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 You can shoot with something else or hit with something else.
I got a crossbow. I don't want to get into melee because I'm not looking too great. I'm going to shoot my crossbow.
Pew.
I literally went to go get like the blood grenade up and opened up 4 different apps instead. Like that's how bad that habit is. I was like Instagram, Facebook. It's like
Yeah.
I'm playing a fucking game here. What am I doing? It literally just autopiloted there.
What's with the numbers?
What is the
0811999.
what's the attack bonus for a crossbow?
Yeah.
Is it
So you should have it on your weapon. If you've got a crossbow there. Yeah, light
doesn't
crossbow.
actually
Dex mod plus proficiency.
That's
Yeah.
it. Dex mod.
So
Jeez.
3 plus, so it'd be plus 5.
Oh, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
It's a hit.
Still hits.
I'll take it.
You figure because it wants to be killed, it's not taking any effort to dodge or trying to block any attacks. It's got a low armor class because of it.
In that case, 7 piercing damage, and then I'm going to move into melee.
What weapon are you using?
It's a light crossbow.
It's not magical, is it?
No.
Okay. It takes 4 points of damage instead. because it's resistant to any non-magical attacks. Cool. Okay, so you're in melee now, are you? Yeah. Alrighty. In that case, it's the elemental's turn.
Oh, shit.
You're about to
I didn't add my thunder damage.
You didn't. You can roll it now.
I've got a D4.
It's an extra 2 damage.
Cool. There you go. Nearly makes up for the damage you lost there, which is good. And then we'll go to attack you as you are right in front of it. If 14 doesn't hit you, does it? That's a 19 to hit.
It's
the weaker one of the attacks, so it's fine. You know, might work out. 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh shit.
Are you down?
Not yet, but I'm not looking good.
And 3 points of necrotic damage. I've already halved it because you've got resistance.
I'm down.
As Marcus also goes down.
Okay, shit, right, alright.
Help me help you.
The numbers are starting to dwindle. So that's the elemental's turn. Fear is down, so you're going to make a death saving throw, my friend.
I'm already dead.
Succeed with a 16.
Good. So you can mark that up as a succession. Kitty.
Oh,
Things are looking a bit dicey now.
I've got something in too. Yeah, smash.
Yeah, I think I'm going with smash. I'm gonna just move. I'm gonna move back to where I was anyway, just because I don't want to die, because I will probably with like one hit. But I'm just gonna move in so I can see it, but not in the same, not in the next space. So like.
You want to be like here?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to cast. So it's almost like the magic missile bolts, but it's like Wolverine kind of. And there's like blood things come out.
Yeah.
I'm just going to yeet these daggers into the room and cast Cloud of Daggers, but it'll be like here.
Sure.
Because I don't want to hit anyone else.
In the box beneath you. There should be a Cloud of Daggers spell.
Ooh. So I think that is safe to put it here. Watch how careful I'm being with with this spell.
Somewhere in there is a Cloud of Daggers.
Because it says it's within a cube 5 feet on each side.
Like a blue swirl.
Centered on a point.
Nope. There you go.
There's the cloud.
No, the dragon.
But yeah, it's this kind of like just red, just pointy danger cloud.
Okay. What kind of damage does it do straight away?
It takes 4d4 slashing damage.
Okay.
So,
Do I have to make a roll or anything, or is it just?
it just says, you fill the air with spinning daggers, centered on a point. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first
like
time.
Spear, it's
or
like,
starts
just
it. So
instantly,
will it get
yeah.
it when it starts its turn there as well, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 44 right now.
Well, there's 3.
Roll her up.
6, 10, 12 damage.
And that all goes through because it's magical.
It does. Oh, okay. I was like, do you mean it goes through and
No, it does.
doesn't affect it? Yeah,
As
cool.
you can see, there's like these cloud daggers starts to swarm. There's like blood, ethereal daggers almost start to slash away at parts of this elemental. You can see blood is just kind of being like spitting off this elemental. It's starting to get ripped apart, and that does really, really good damage. That's a banging idea. Marion.
I'm going to. I can't get to fear now, can I? Because Kitty's.
It's fine. I still got 3 saves. You go do you.
I probably
You in,
would have
like-
moved back. I think because I said yeah.
Are you in this room here, or
There's a space in front of you.
Just back to where I was.
Right.
Yeah, back to where I was. Yeah, because I can move through
Okay.
people.
In
Yeah,
that
yeah,
case,
there you go.
I'm going
See
to
that?
position myself in between Fear and Marcus.
Okay.
So
Probably there,
yeah,
then.
I'm gonna reach over to Fear and kind of like this metal hand kind of goes sort of like just to make contact with the skin. It's almost like a little pinprick of very small needles, almost like a little defib. I'm gonna cast Restore Lifeless Body.
Are you going like underneath any of the leather straps or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. there are old open wounds and scars that never heal. You can pretty much put your hand, like, especially like when those like blades went through his body, it like went past the leather straps, which is what makes up his clothing, and those holes are still open throughout.
Marionette is going to sort of like, if you could see a robot wince, this would be the moment. But very like, I think she goes to kind of go quite hurriedly, and then sort of has this moment of very gently kind of places her hand, puts the other beneath Fear's head to kind of steady him, but also in a way that if he comes to, he's not going to feel shocked by it, just a kind of going for almost like a weighted blanket effect of just head and heart, and just very steady. Okay. Casting Restore Lifeless Body. You get 8 hit points.
Yeah, very nice. As you come back to life.
And as my bonus action, do you think it's fair to assume that Marionette would know kind of like traditional Kanrathian like songs that are like quite patriotic?
Oh, Kanrath.
Kanrath, we love you, Kanrath, Kanrathian. Like maybe the kind of things that kids would sing in assembly, like Thunder.
With that excuse, I'd say yes.
Cool. I'm going to kind of this song kind of plays through, and it's a bit weird because Marionette doesn't move her mouth because she can't, and little fangs there now. But going to play this kind of traditional Kanrathian anthem to give Kitty a bardic inspiration, which means no, sorry, I'm not. Take that back.
No.
I just thought about it. Sorry.
Stop teasing me.
Everything away from me.
I'm not going to give it to Kitty. I'm going to give it to Fear, so that any next weapon attack you do is going to be a D8 of thunder damage, because you've also got that bardic. And not knowing whether this elemental will understand me or not, kind of look at it and say, we swear by the blood of the founder that runs through our veins and tubes. We will do all we can to end your suffering, but please, give us reprieve to do so.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. 21.
21. I'm going to say that convinces the elemental, as you've spoken words of the founder, and it knows, well, you don't know what it said. Because it's speaking a language you don't know.
Yeah.
But if you could see an elemental's face, as it were, a recognition of what you said, and it seems to stand down, and not seem an aggressive stance. But you can see it's almost like jittery.
Yeah.
And he wants to move. He wants to do something. It's impatient.
Sure.
Okay, so for now, I'm going to say you're out of initiative. Marcus is unconscious.
Restore lifeless body. Last spell slot.
Fair enough.
Fear will.
9 points.
9 points, so cool.
Fear like sits upright, and it's just like the repeater rifle falls to one side on its sling, and he just pulls out the pistol that they found in the other room. Having been awake and heard you say that, it's like, I did offer. And he walks up to it and puts it to where its head would be.
Yeah. And it almost like tries to hold the pistol like to its head.
Oh, like a fly.
I mean,
yeah.
Do you want me to take the shot, or do you want me to just say it like?
No, I think because it's holding your aim and it's like shoot here kind of thing.
I'll take the -5.
It's
auto crit.
It's essentially an auto crit at this point. It's like, yeah, right here, shoot me there, and I mean, yeah.
The weapon is a +1, so I assume that's because it's magical, or is it just because it's well?
It is magical, yes. But yeah, you take the shot and it blows apart this elemental's form. First the head goes, and then the rest of the blood that makes up this elemental just drops to the floor. and it splashes and makes waves in this pool of blood. But we're out of proper combat. So
this place is a nightmare.
That's dicey, wasn't it?
A little.
You get a chance now to see the mural, and on this mural, if I just remind myself,
Does the floor look like we can drink it?
it's definitely got the smell of blood.
He will just scoop up a handful and see what happens.
Nothing particularly special, but it is blood.
Restorative blood?
If blood restores you, then I would say yes.
Can I drink my fill?
Seeing that Fear does that, I will do the same.
Okay. Yeah, you can. There's plenty of blood in here. I think those who are not feasting on the blood, you can see that the ceiling is just dripping with blood in it. Feel like that's kind of what's made. That's what's been contributing to this blood pool. Is just this ceiling is just forever dripping with blood.
So would I regain full HP if I'm ceased to drink?
I'm going to say with long enough there, I'd say maybe after like 5 minutes, you can just feed on this blood as much as you want.
Scoop it up.
Do we get the impression that the blood is is it magically coming from the ceiling, or is it kind of a situation where it's leaking from like an above level?
You can make me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
As you're making the check, the mural,
That was a
I
gem.
will just mention, is... You can see it's almost like made of blood. And in the middle is a colossal skeletal hand. And it's almost like it's grasping for something. And it's not long after you slay this elemental that this hand, as you look at it, becomes more and more real and drops to the floor. And it reduces in size. As you look at the mural, it looks massive, but it reduces the size to a normal skeletal hand. And you can see there is a ring upon this hand. What was your Arcana check?
It was a 17.
17. You get the sense that it's definitely magical.
Yeah.
But now the elemental's been slain, the blood starts to slow and eventually stop. As maybe whatever magic was being held here was part of the elemental's doing, or how the elemental got here in the first place, perhaps. But this is where you are. There is nothing else on the walls, no paintings other than this mural, which now has this hand in physical form in the bottom of this pool.
I think as Fear comes up, he says, "Don't forget, ladies, you are now vampiric. You may also want to get your fill if you need it."
I found a loophole.
Oh God!
And I know that this is probably not how this is going to go, but technically, because I have to have basically a blood change, could I not rid myself of the Founder's blood and just refill it?
I see what you're saying.
I know, like, I'm just putting it out there that I won't do it because obviously it's narratively whatever.
There's magic in it.
But it is a loophole that needs fixing, and I'm putting it out there. Read your shit thoroughly.
It's magic, isn't it?
It's magic, isn't it?
It's just infused into your metal.
The Founder's blood is so powerful that it just replicates itself as you're replacing.
Of course, so I can avoid my OT this year then.
If you do it now with this blood, I'll say that you've had your MOT. You haven't had like any of your joints sort of oiled.
Well, I had my
It's-
little sorry, didn't I? I mean, you fancied. I will top up. I will not fully exsanguish and everything, but
Sure.
I will do my weekly top up.
Okay. You can take that as a healing then if you like.
Wicked, I will.
Miss Pride. And he picks up the skeletal hand. A ring.
Oh. Has this hand done anything?
The hand done anything? It's not done anything. It's just it's as you were looking in the mural, it's become real and physical in its massive form, and then it's reduced in size and then just dropped.
But it hasn't reacted to Fear picking it up.
No.
Does it look like a severed hand?
Yeah, it's like top of the wrist, just hand.
Don't mind if I do.
And it's wearing this one ring on its forefinger.
I wonder if this is another element of the Founder that maybe wasn't claimed before.
I'm gonna just take the ring off. The
Yeah,
hand.
okay.
We're going to take the hand.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
Fair
really
enough.
gonna like.
Yeah. You can see
Feels
the
like
blood.
sure.
The blood doesn't stick to the ring. It seems to just kind of like almost be self-cleansing in a way. It's a fairly simple ring. It's got a few like red engravings on it, but they don't. There's not words or language. It's just more of like a design. As you know, magic. I will say that it is magical, and I will tell you that it is a ring of protection.
Very nice.
Is this the founder's hand?
What sort of hand is it, Jack?
It's too small.
Is it like?
Is it
would
like a
it be the
halfling
same?
hand?
I was gonna say, does it fit my finger?
Or a
As a
dwarven
halfling.
hand?
Because it's magical, it fits you.
Oh, it just kind of size it.
It just, yeah.
Yeah. Was the hand a halfling size hand?
Do we need to make
You'd
a
be the
medicine
one that would
check?
know, if anything.
Just kind of like comparing hands.
It's
size would be.
similar size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
This
it
is
could
mine
be
now.
fourth child.
Feminine or
Shenanigans?
masculine hand? What's the knuckle situation? Hair, no hair, moles,
It's a
manicure.
It's a skeletal hand. It doesn't have
Oh, it's not fleshy
moles
then.
or wrinkles or like it's just bone.
It's just innocent.
Just innocent bone. We are nearing the end of the stream, but 5-10 minutes more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna because I think Kitty, she already needed to drink blood anyway, and I can't remember the last time she did it, but yeah, she's gonna take a little.
If we take 5 minutes to get our fill, because we were both
Yeah.
vomiting.
Yeah.
I'd say if anyone wants to take any blood from this pool, you can be fully regenerated HP wise.
So is that's the same for? Well, I don't need to generate any HP, but now that I'm
Yeah.
it's
Like,
just,
Yeah, in that time.
yeah. Before it was a
sort
bit of a
check
weird. It was like,
on-
oh, you just need blood. I was like, okay.
I need blood now.
Just need it.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it a right or a left hand?
I'll say it's a right.
All right.
Indeed.
What finger was the ring on?
The forefinger.
What does a
Interesting
ring
choice.
of
Weird, yeah.
protection grant you?
Protection.
It's like a +2 to your AC, isn't it? Or something
I think
like
it's
that. Or
plus one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus one, that's
It's
AC.
not, the ring of resistance is the other one, isn't it?
Do I need to attune to it?
I don't believe you do. I believe the ring of resistance is something you don't need to.
It's been a while
It's been a while.
since I've found you.
What are you doing from here on?
We got any more rooms, or is that it?
You cleared this wing.
I think
Should
it's
we
time
open
to
the
go to the
door?
door. Yes.
We got the
Somebody
door.
at the
Out
door.
the door.
The door.
Let's go see our guard friends.
No attunement. So you can just
Nice.
pop it on and you get an extra 1 to AC and other things as well that I just didn't look at for some reason.
Saving throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can I'll make a note just to Google it.
Yeah, and saving throws as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll
Yeah. So are you heading towards the door now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's make sure I get the right room here. So I think you've already been to where the door was, haven't you?
We have.
So you come to this quite wide antechamber where it's kind of like a waiting room. There's some angst lamps around. And you approach the door with now the 2 pieces of the key.
Are the guards all still in there without it beat to shit?
They are still in there. I see you've returned. I found what you
Speaking
needed to find.
Yes.
We've had a successful trip. You have a terrible home here. Please leave as soon as you can.
Anyway, if only we could. But we're duty bound to protect this crypt as much as we can.
And yet everybody who said that here has died.
Or turned mad.
Or had to be
And
killed by
then
us.
died.
We are but trying our best.
Well, your best. Do
That's
better.
all anyone can ever ask of us.
Literally took the words right out of my mouth. Do better.
This place is ridiculous,
It really
right?
is.
Are you happy in your work situation?
No, look
No.
at him.
I didn't realise that with my position would be here for this long.
Oh. Okay.
But-
Yeah, read the
Can,
small print.
You
Yeah.
can quit, you know. That is something
Oh.
you can do.
We're literally going to go see the founder now. Would you like us to hand over your notice?
He looks like you're confused. He's like, the founder's dead. You know that, right?
Nope.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Anyway.
Why don't you go to the break room while we open the door? I'm just like opening up my chest with these bits of door falling out.
Sure. I mean, we don't need a break, as per se. but-
Oh, darling,
Look
you
at
look
you.
like you need it.
All right. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Sorry, before you go, how many of them are here?
3.
What are your names?
You shit. You absolute shit.
asshole.
Roll on, bro. 10.
Good job, buddy.
One is called Jarvis. One is called Charlie.
Oh, Charlie boy.
And the other one is called Barney.
Barney!
You all have stupid names.
Barney's my favourite.
Why? Look at him.
I am not going to remember those
adorable.
names.
He's
so-
missing 4 fingers.
They leave the antechamber and they leave the room to you.
Let's try and reassemble this door
Okay.
by
So
putting the large red metal rod inside the cog
Do we need to penetrate it?
again and again.
so this is going to be
Does it need
a.
any lubricant?
You're a second ahead of me.
It's going to need a group skill check. Everyone to sort of work on it.
In.
What are we going to use? That's the
What
question.
can you do?
Isn't it?
Would you like us to explain?
Who's going to do the brains? Who's going to be like, yeah, I think that part goes here. You know, kind of arranging where the thing
I think
goes.
it's me.
Yeah.
What's your intelligence mod?
My intelligence mod is +2, but I've got some wicked pluses
Mine's
on
+3.
things.
However, so it depends what we're rolling. Because if it's investigation, I get the
I'll
+5.
say it's.
Yeah, I get +5 on investigation.
I'll say it's
I've got a
investigation
+6
because
on
you're trying to
investigation.
inspect and see how the thing works and how to put it in.
I've got a +7 to it.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that case, Marina, you make an investigation roll.
It's shit.
Who's going to be the one to try and place this thing here?
Does it seem like it's heavy work, or does it seem like dexterous
It
work?
just needs to be precise.
I guess that's me.
I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
10 on.
Yeah.
A sleight of hand.
Being the lockpicker, that
Yeah.
might be your forte.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
No.
You got +9 in that.
Nope.
Stealth.
Nope.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah. Oh dear. So before you reveal it, we'll carry on and see what everyone else has got. So I think the next part would be
Pushing the door.
there are some parts to this door. There are some parts to this door that like you need to kind of like move things slightly just to try and get this piece to sit in. So there's been more of a strength-based thing.
To -1.
So an athletics, I'd say, for this one.
Could never be me.
6.
And I think the last one probably would be some sort of magical nature.
Save us.
What's that?
What would their names
come on.
again?
Charlie,
Jarvis.
Jarvis,
I do have
Barney.
mage hand.
Guys, can you come
Any
back and
use?
help us?
Just a straight arcana.
Yes.
Bloody hell!
Oh, fuck me.
That is a lovely 8.
It's not a TPK.
So
That's an 8. An 8, a 6.
Below
10.
That's the end of the campaign, guys. We can't get through this door. A door has literally ended it.
Can we try again?
So
Slightly higher.
If we want to get through, can we try
Alright.
again?
you'll get another try if
Oh no.
I mean, you're the one putting it in.
Don't look me in the eyes when you say that. What was that laugh? That was good.
Shit. A dexterity saving throw to try and keep this part from breaking.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Don't go breaking
So
apart.
you can see
No.
where perhaps Marcus is trying to hold these two bits apart to try and fit this.
I didn't even say it. You did that to yourself.
And you can see that it's not quite at the right angle, and it looks like it's going to bend the part you're putting in. Fuck this, dude. Honestly. Fuck this. We're going to end it. No. But you can see it's not at the right angle, and you manage to remove it from the door at the right time before it bends and maybe permanently breaks this door.
We finally broke it.
Was it the addition of the hands?
No, it was the angle. She nearly went on the hands and like holding it apart, and then the angle.
Jesus Christ. So,
There's a lot of tension in this room, isn't there? A lot of just built up sexual nerd tension.
You can all make your checks once again for a second attempt.
Let's be a bit more careful this time. Natural 1.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Better.
Oh no.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
14.
7.
6 with a nat 1. Hi guys. It's been a great campaign.
Let me double check just to make sure.
Any way to get through other than...
If it's in a minute, no, that's not really going to help, is it? No, I can do something to give +1 bonus, but I don't think a +1's going to do anything.
Okay.
Hey.
I think you just about pass.
Plot armor saved us there.
With
Is Ethan Ward helping?
and there is no space for him to help you.
Oh, you are...
Why are you here?
There's already 4 of you in this like one cramped space trying to put this mechanical device in this door.
I've got 1 bullet left in the repeater.
He's got
I swear
nothing
to
to
God.
input. But with Marcus's and Marionette's help, you maybe correct the Kitty's and Fear's movements. And
Tease it.
you think you've just about got it in its place. Doesn't look like it's going to bend. It looks like it's in position.
We're children. I'm going to tease it.
You think it's now in place, and you can still see on the center of this double door is where the handprint was, where it's very similar to the first entrance you came through. You had to pay blood to enter.
You did it last time, I don't mind.
Did I do it?
You did on the way through.
Sure.
And the plate of this hand presses in, and you can feel a needle sort of stab you in your palm, and it draws some blood from you. And you remove your hand, and you can see the blood now because it's part of this door. You can see its inner workings. You can see now that blood is now traveling through tubes, and the cogs are starting to turn wherever this blood seems to travel. And eventually it gets to the mechanical device that you put in, and it starts to whir. It seems to be working. It seems the rod is now spinning, and it's turning other cogs in the door. And eventually, the door starts to open, and it starts to open inwards. And it's like sort of stone against stone as it eventually makes its way, and you are greeted by sort of a 15-20 foot corridor. 15-foot corridor where the corridors are just lined with runes and sort of magical markings of such. You can see there are some symbols of the founder here. It's very much almost like graffiti, but that's all there is in this sort of corridor. And eventually there's another door which doesn't look like the ones that you've been trying to enter through with blood or anything. It seems to be a fairly simple stone door, very well crafted. It's not damaged in any way, and you can see that it's slightly ajar, where you imagine someone's probably been through here, as you know. You push your way in, and you are now within the tomb of the founder, where in the center is this hexagonal tomb made completely of black marble, with a few sort of ruby gemstones around the edge and trim of this, tomb.
What sort of size are we talking hexagonal? Is this like a mausoleum, or is this like dragon size?
It is 15 foot across and 15 foot that way. So it's not circular, it's hexagonal, but it looks like if the founder was somehow giant descent, they would fit in there. But you've seen the founder; they seem very human-sized. But that is directly in the middle of this room, and you see this room has it's in the shape of like a plus. So you've got like a corridor sort of just past the tomb, and then two to your left and right, and you can see there are paintings again, but these are of the portraits. One, let's make sure I get it right. One is of the Queen, I believe. One is of the founder, One is of the Crimson King, and a picture of an unassuming man. You've never seen them. You've never seen their face before. They don't look vampiric. In fact,
Like
they
the
look,
game designer, just somebody put themselves
just a
into
placeholder.
Yeah.
In fact, they look mortal. And that's what you see. And we'll probably pick up there next time. Thank you for joining, everyone. It has been a fucking journey tonight.
It really has tonight, hasn't it?
Jesus
it really
Christ.
has been.
You died twice.
I really did.
Once in a fetal position.
Honestly, just don't try laughing, people. It will kill you.
Thank you to everyone who's watched and watching. We'll be back again in a couple of weeks. Alex will not be with us as he's on a very beautiful holiday.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I will miss this.
You're going away for 4 weeks, I believe, so you might miss the one after that as well, depending on when you're back. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
But we wish you good luck on your holiday. Have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go and gather some blood.
And you too?
So have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.